Alrighty, let's get this party started. I mean, y'all didn't see that. Need the light on. Please ignore the messiness of my bed. It is a travesty, that's to say the least. Nom. Yes, Con. We approve of Nom. Never gonna get those girls or guys if you don't Nom. True stories. Alright, Rando. Have to choose my right settings. Emo tracker. Click, cluck, click, cluck. Proprieties. Oh my god. Oh, right, I changed the box. Shh. Shh. No, I like it when it's the other way. I'm concentrating. Okay, there we go. Alright. Emo tracker? Yeah. You track all the emos, obviously. Get the times. That's good enough, probably. Baka. That's the name now. That's what my brain come up with. What are we starting off? Shadow Medallion. That doesn't happen. We are doing an EU Weekly seed again because I'm practicing my intuition. We're practicing intuition. Starting off with Sun Song again. Got stick. Got the goddamn Ocarina. And nothing else. Cool. Drink thine aperitif, for thou hubris hath run empty. Such an urban soul, and yet thee! See not the truth, thou visage hath been cast up amongst the veil, to be stoned by a pale patina, and devoured by a florid eclat. Bear the weight of a new... Look to the south and witness. Trash boat approacheth. Shit. You keep changing on me, man. Like, where would you even search for them? What are you tracking them for? There's no reason. No reason at all. Right game. Right guys. Right Vomit. No murder. You can put the knives down, Vomit. Everything's fine. Hi. Hello. How's it going? We're doing Ocarina after. Why do I always start in Kokiri? It's always Kokiri or that other place. My outfit is white. Holy fucking pogs. I have a hammer. Alright, I'm just gonna go straight adult now. Tempting. It's a stick. Purpose. Ow, my head. Sup? Hi Chaos, how's it going? How is it? I hope everyone is going well today. Again, I'm doing another EU Weekly. Well, I mean, I guess it would be both EU and AOE. Zelda speedruns weekly. Because I'm practicing my level of intuition, which is basically read the goddamn science hatter and not mosey about. Because I typically like to mosey about, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. Because I have small brain. Why do I always start Kokiri Forest? Because you're playing Ocarina of Time. God, that strength is something the EU Weekly would have loved to have seen. Holy shit. Oh my god, put the stick away. Put the stick away, tiny child. Holy shit. This button. This is my button. It's coming for me. The walk is coming for me. Alright, strong boy. Hell yeah. Happy. Got paid to draw Pokemon with some kids today, so my day was great. How was yours? I went to the optometrist again to do a peripheral eye test. My vision is completely 20/20, which feels a little ridiculous, but it's good. Good news. Hashtag no, yeah, no issues with my eyes. Sup, bitches? Hi, Anakin. How are you? I miss you. Every so often, my brain's like, man, I haven't heard from Anakin in like a few weeks now. What's going on? How is my boy? Crazy shit happened last Saturday. Heckin' lay it on me. Okay. Yo.
Check out the job I just sent me.
What?
You want to put this on your resume.
Do
Trust
I?
me.
Do I? What is she saying? You know I'm in the middle of stream, right?
I know, but you want to read it
The
out
most
loud.
recent?
Yeah, the most recent.
Yeah.
How epic would that be to put on your resume if you got that job?
With a thought, you have commanded dragons. Wait, no, but let me read this first part. With a plan, you have pitted armies against each other. With a whisper, you have set a royal court to plotting or a world into rebellion. With design, you have destroyed planets and created galaxies. As a dragon wrangler, mental health and interpersonal skills facilitator is a dragon runner. You will apply your skills and knowledge to present imagined worlds in a way that assists in creating better realities for your clients. They're saying to make games? What is this?
No, look, if you go down to look at the role.
Mental
You
health.
literally need experience in tabletop games.
Dragon Wrangler.
It's made for you.
You're right, but Dragon Wrangler?
Sure.
Dragon Wrangler.
Experience in Dungeons and Dragons. That's all you need.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have physical experience with it, but
That's
sure.
fine. And look at the location.
Yeah,
You can do that.
I'll think about it, but what the fuck?
It's casual too, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Dragon Wrangler? That was not what I was expecting to see.
But I was like, if that is like literally the title of your job, I'd love to have that on my resume for the rest of my life.
I am a Dragon Wrangler. It's not what you think it is. At all.
Anyways, I had to share that.
Okay.
On stream.
Thank you, Adara. Appreciation. Wow. Okay. Alright, that's excellent news. Do you guess you didn't see it coming though? Yeah. Well, I did see it coming. No, I just feel like there's been like, it's weird because it's like, I have my bad days and then my good days where sometimes it's like, whether I have like extreme tunnel vision or if it's like really blurry around the entire like, around my eye and then other days it's fine. So might be getting diabetes. Don't know. It's a part of my genetic track that is a possibility. But my eyes are fine for the time being, so I'm just gonna do that rather than face my doctor, because the last time I saw my doctor, I almost had an emotional breakdown talking about how much anxiety I have, and then she was like, alright, anxiety-driven person, I want you to go through the anxiety of choosing a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and I said, no. I didn't say no. Of course, not to her face. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to just put more effort into getting a job instead. And now I don't have the courage to ever face that doctor again, and here we are. The point is, so I can't get checked to see if I have diabetes or not, so. Moving on. Wasn't meant to go into that story. I'm sorry, Anakin. So this is as good as your visual awareness is going to get us. God help us. Oh yeah, it's bad. So went to the pub, right? Watched the rugby, got extremely drunk and extremely pissed off when we lost to Ireland. Alright. Met up with some relatives who were also at the pub and hit on a few bartenders because if because if you're just at the bar to order drinks, then you're pubbing wrong. This is news to me, but okay. I mean, honestly, oh my god, I don't know, I think I talked about this on stream. I went out with Ruby. Actually, you probably didn't hear this, Anakin, but I went out with Ruby and FJ. And the entire night, I think the bartenders were the cutest ones there. Like, I don't care about anyone else in that entire room. The bartenders were the ones, like, right at the end of the night. They were, like, super nice and, like, you know, giving us cups of water, and I'm sitting there completely sober, like, just enjoying the vibe, I guess. Or more like wanting to go home, whatever one. But the bartenders were so cute, like, oh, they were so wholesome. Like, they actually looked like the type of people I'd want to, like, actually engage in a conversation with, because they were funny. They laughed at our jokes, and they totally looked like they would be into video games. Besides the point, bartenders are cute. Moving on. Then went to the pokies, lost $50, but that's okay, because thanks to working extra shifts, tax and health insurance refunds, I had a spare $1,800 to spend. Alright, sweetie. That's not how it works. But alright, going on. Where are we going? Where are we? In here this way. Nice, Anakin. I'm guessing, is there more? I feel like there's a and then. I'm waiting for an and then. A bad dragon wrangler. No. I mean, you're not wrong. I've watched her try and fight elder dragons. And arch dragons. Okay, 40 dead. Okay, there we go. And then. Me and the boys took a couple of the bartenders to the club nearby after their shifts ended. And ended up ditching them for different girls. Okay, that sounds bad, but I had arranged to meet other girls at the club beforehand, so I am more invested in them than the bartenders we picked up. Yes, that is okay. I understand what you mean. They were pretty lame anyway, not gonna lie. Why? Okay. You can't just make that call, okay, but I'm gonna let it slide for the sake of the story. I don't even know if I have to do this place, but here we are. I don't have a sword, but what even is a sword, am I right? Why did you let Ben drown? Because he had to. Why even bother picking up other women then? Exactly. Like, why pick him up when you were going to meet up with girls later anyway? Dedication. At least in my opinion. Oh my god, I'm getting the feeling that this entire place is foolish, but we're here anyway. Okay, that's worth it. Some people want to watch the world burn. Yes, Anakin is definitely one of those people. And London at the moment. I'm kidding. Not really. Okay. My disappointment is immense. Let's try going this way. Made it. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, I'm new here. How are you going? Sorry, do I call you Jumping Bean? Would you rather me use your full title, Jumping Beans, or would you prefer me to say Jump or Ping or Beans? Like, what's your vibe, man? As a new person here. What's a Beans chord? What's a Discord? No idea. I've had that link for the longest time. Still don't know what it is. Obviously. Nande? Oh, would you look at that? The thing I need to literally complete this dungeon. Nope, nope. There. It's gonna... I mean, I really would like a Kakiri sword, but here we are. This damn thing. There we go. I prefer Ingbeer. Alright, Ingbeer. Hope you're going well. Anyways, one bottle of whiskey on the way to the club. You drank an entire bottle of whiskey? By yourself? On the way to a club? How? It's my first golden sculpture. I grew it from baby. Why does this place have more money? Ran into a few other girls from work, which I should have kept in mind when I got wild near the end of the night. Where is this going? What is a human? Humans are weird fleshy creatures that are trying to dominate this entire planet. We do not approve. Why do I coughing? What about Jum Jum? Jum Jum! Sounds like Jam Jam. Yum. Okay. During work, I realized I'm chilling, being chilling, ice cream. In Chinese, ice cream, I'm not chilling. Yes. So we all had drinks together, danced, and had wholesome drunk conversations. Okay. Nice to meet you, Jim Jim. Jim Jim Jum Jum Jam Jam. Heroes love. Alright, I'm definitely getting the feeling I didn't need to even be here this entire time, but you know what? It's fine because it is Deku Tree. Deku Tree is just a good boy, alright? We approve of Deku Tree. Deku Tree is like the puppy of Ocarina of Time Randos. That's not what I needed to do. Nope, that's not what I needed to do either. 1, 2, side, other side. Now look. I can... Perfect. And jump buffer. What? Okay, I thought I did that perfectly. Nope. Why is this angle so weird? What the hell? One, 2, 3. Fucking shit. Hello, Jimbo. Jimbo. And then at one point, one of the girls from work wanted to dance with me because her ex-boyfriend was there as well, and she wanted to make him super jealous. So we got up on the stripper pole. There was a stripper pole at the club, and we danced for a solid night. Okay. How do you... You know what? I probably don't want the answer to that question, so I didn't ask. At all. Still slightly wondering about what the answer would be, but beautiful. Alright. 10 out of 10 jump buffer. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. You obviously said that preemptively compared to laggedly. That's a word now. Yeet. I miss. 10 out of 10 jump buffer. When did I lose a heart? Or did I never have a heart to begin with? Meta questions for meta lads. Anyway. Had that much faith in your ability. Yeah, exactly. Ow. Ooey. At some point, the dancing. Wait, did I not? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay. At some point, the dancing slowly turned into partying dancing to we're basically fucking now dancing. I will never understand you, but go on. And then we took turns showing off on the stripper pole. You know, crazy shit. That's the point where I start, stripping. I have a... Listen. Isn't there, like, rules around that? You know, like cleanliness rules that you shouldn't do that? That only certain people are supposed to use the stripper poles? potatoes. This ain't wholesome. No. Okay. But shouldn't there be? You know, like, was it cleaned beforehand? I'm just saying. Like, there should be rules about that. Not anyone should be allowed to do that. Clean it. Alright. Hannah. Oh no. It's a dissipated Hannah noise. What is here? It's a what? You know, I'll take it. Alright. No premarital indirect touch, not even through a huge pole. Agreed. It was a stone. Hey, that's right. Who knows? Maybe I needed to go through that. We don't know yet. Actually, does it tell me? It doesn't tell me, does it? Yeah. Anybody can use the stripper pole so long as you use hand sanitizer as your lubricant. I agree. Minimum. What insanely drunk person gives a AF about how clean a stripper pole of all things is? I would. But that's me. We all know that. That's 2 hints that have been the exact same. Thank you. Should have seen me hand. I was basically a dark white magic Mike. I'm missing a single rupee. Wait a second. I respectfully disagree. Not in a bad way, just in a, like a, really? I mean, I haven't even seen Magic Mike, so I can't even use that as a frame of reference. What? There we go. Now remember, cool. That seems pretty important. Maybe. Oh my god. Fucking. Now, remember when I told you some girls from work were also there? Go on. I need focus for this because I have a small attention span. Alright, left. Up. Alright, we're good. Meanwhile, I stayed home, did my taxes, then I read a book and went to bed. Feelings about legit. Oh look, my first hook shot. That's pretty important. What is happening? We have this. And we have this. If Kikiri Forest wasn't Way of the Hero, I don't know what is. And saying that it's Sphere 1, so. What did I do today? Who knows? I played some Stardew Valley, finished an anime, and went to an optometrist's, and then went out for dinner with my system, and had more saturated fats, and cried internally, but it was delicious. Life. But hand sanitizer vaporizes easily and makes it hard to do the spin on the poles. You know what? That's a fair point. It is. Sweep the nose. Hit the butt. 6 sticks. There's my 40. I hate that they just fucking shoot me sometimes. I'm like, what? Well, the only reason I remember any of this is because they recorded some of the antics, and more that I won't disclose for you for your benefit. Thank you. Wow. My phone was flooded with videos and photos the next morning. Almost like, you didn't remember this, did you? Well, here you go. Well, that seems pretty important. Oh my god. Alright. What anime? Have you heard of... Blanking, wait. My Next Life as a Villainess. Fire Temple is foolish. My Next Life as a Villainess. All flags lead to doom. Yeah, I was finishing the second season of that. It's really good. It's a really good introduction to, do you know what polyamorous is? That's basically it, except the main girl is completely, actually no, it's basically a harem, but I like the idea of both the girls and the guys all mutually having a crush on this one girl, and of course she's just oblivious, and it's amazing. Anyway. Alright, we have Woth, and we have Foolish. Foolish is Fate. Alright. You mean Otomi genre. Right. What? Does that mean like harem game? Right? God damn. It's one of those things where there's a few terms like that I'm like, I'm not 100% sure what it means. But yeah, no, the premise is basically she gets reincarnated into a game that she was obsessed with, and she is the villainess. She's supposed to be the bad guy. Zora's Domain. Not to get confused with Zora's Fountain, which is something completely different. Yeah, so she's supposed to be the villainess, so instead of being the villainess, you know, of course she's 100% completely lovely, and all the other characters that are supposed to be dateable and the other thing. Serenade of Water, cool. Is like... chill. Alright, we are done here for the time being. Huh, I don't think I'd get into it personally, but it sounds interesting. I'm watching Neon Genesis Evangelion at the moment. Why would you do that to yourself? I only know the end of that anime, and that's it. And I don't think anyone can even comprehend that anime. No one. Thanks. It's a harem anime, but instead of male protag, it's male protag-kun. It's female protag-kun. Yes. At the end of the night, the girl from work that wanted to make her ex jealous. I was taking her home, and then her ex came over and started being a douche. Alright, this went a completely different direction than I was expecting. And then I let it slide because it's nothing to do with me. But at some point, I got sick of the way he was talking to her, and me being drunk, I just may have sort of kind of just a little bit hit him once, just once, I promise. You know, there's this king hitting is a thing, right? I'm sure you didn't kill him, but I'm just saying. I mean, if he was being a douche, it's okay, it's well deserved. That's my policy, okay? Everything is fine unless the person, everything is illegal unless they deserve it. You know, it's just like all rapists deserve death, okay? That is an undeniable fact. I want every single one to die, okay? So, no, I didn't kill him. but sorry, after what I said, I thought what I was gonna say was the stupid, ridiculous part, but here we are. The twists in the movie is amazing. Honestly, the twists in Anakin's movie is amazing. That's why we enjoy the Anakin stories. Trashboat, if you don't know, Anakin is our socialite. He is a person who actually goes out into the real world and socializes with people. I know, stunning, amazing. Who even does that? So he comes back into chat, you know, once every so often to retell of his Gale tales and gales and stuff like that. Regales his tales, that's what I want to say. So, that's why he's here. That's your context for Anakin, okay? Oh, I should have done this check. Ow, whatever. I can do the check later. just need to remember to do it later. Popcorn isn't buttery enough. Yeah. I tried to be cool like the speedrunners. I failed. Okay, anyway. Is a real world? No. Everything I'm saying, it's just incorrect. It doesn't actually exist. Don't worry, man. Don't stress. I am white like chicken. I am basically chicken. Become one with the chicken brethren. Anyway, Han, you're more than buttery enough. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Anyway. I mean, he didn't look too good when we left. I mean, but he was being a douche, so it's okay. I give them weekly fix on real life adventures and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. This is what it's like to be a real person who does things. Meanwhile, I'm like, where's the love of my life? And it's like, you don't leave the house, Hannah, and then I cry internally. And a little bit externally sometimes, but that's alright. What does that mean, you may ask? I have no idea. But are you, like, vegetarian friendly? Yeah. Yeah. Like buttery as in like seed butter. Nut butter, as I like to say, because it's Nutelix. Nut butter. Seed butter. What chickens am I missing? How many is in here? 5. Okay. Should be 2 more over this section. Yeah, the other one's on the other side over there. Yeah, no, Han, faces aren't normally covered in blood, right? I feel like that's kind of not normal, but I don't know. Listen, you probably just hurt his nose. He was being a douche. He can't, like, be upset with you if he was being a douche to begin with. I say though, you're not supposed to hit people, but... being drunk also doesn't really help, so... Alright, should be enough. Thanks, man. Hashtag Team Chickens has failed me once again. That's okay. No one needs to know. What do I need to do here? Okay, wait. I'm gonna make it past the nighttime. I don't think there's any other checks I have to do during the day. I'm gonna just quickly pop in and out so the sun sets. Because time freezes when you're in town. I would argue it should be the other way around, but here we are. Yum, seed butter. Monka sauce. Love that. Seed butter, made by humans. No, no. Oh, I don't regret it. I didn't think you would. Believe it or not, the first time I actually beat someone up drunk. I'm proud of you. That's, I don't know, it's sad that I'm genuinely surprised by that. But also proud. Good job. I used to go out, now I just watch Twitch. Going out is too expensive and scary. I'm guessing this is post-COVID versus pre-COVID. Yeah. Yeah, no, agreed. It's too expensive. If I had the money, I'd do more interesting things. Maybe. No, I'd just buy more video games. We all know it. If you're still capable of beating someone up, you're not drunk enough. I forgot about that shitter being there. I don't have bombs, do I? Alright. I'll go up there. That's fine. I'll do it as an adult. I forgot about the other. Just a fact. Probably. Maybe. Hurt others equals not drunk enough. Hurt self, very drunk, face plants into floor. Just right. Talk to me, Dampy. Come on, bro. How dare you betray me like this? I thought we had something. What a big glowing rupee. Damn. Goodbye, big glowing rupee. Ugh. Anyway, thank you, Anakin, for recounting of your tales. Hey, I have more money! Wow. Same here, to be honest. I'm definitely an introvert. I also don't have any friends where I live. It's a smallish town. That's okay. I was about to say, like, you don't need friends. I don't mean it in that sense, you know, like, oh, good touch. Be an introvert, play video games on the internet, and make friends online. That's the way to live in 2022. Why would you ever even think about going anywhere near a human being? God, bit. Now, in hindsight, taking her home was probably not the best idea, considering him not really into her as far as romantics go, because since then, she's been, I don't know, clingy? She talks to me a lot more now, has no sense of personal space anymore. I mean, when we're not working, she's within a 10-centimeter radius of me. That's weird. Nice. Why is I mean, I have key items, don't get me wrong. I should probably just go adult at this point, but there's a few checks I want to do. Yeah, that's, concerning. But maybe she's just really glad what you did for her. And she just doesn't know how to show her appreciation. Maybe. God, sometimes I take a sip of water and I'm like, what is this heavenly juice? I don't know why I said juice when it's obviously water. Shush. What? Alright. To show dominance, that's it. Soon you might need to get drunk and go to the club and dance with her ex. I like it. Show dominance, obviously. Water juice. We do love the water juice. Water juice is best for your bones. Alright, what are we up to? Eponas? Alright. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have frogs too? I just have a bad feeling, you know? Alright. Just like, bro, we spent one night together, like, come on. Well, there may be a reason why she has that ex. Don't doubt. There's always a reason. For everything. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, like, when it comes to like breakups or whatever, like, it's always partially both person's fault. Not, I mean, obviously one person can just be a massive douche, don't get me wrong, but in certain circumstances, in the way of life, it's just the way it is. Oh yeah, that's where I was going. Oh no, good for bones? Nah mate, that's white juice. White juice. Okay, here we are. White juice. Sure. Alright, there's one more sculpture I messed up here, and then we'll be going to go get my song, and then we're gonna go do the Gerudo track, because that's what I do. Actually, it's kind of take a while. We'll see what song I get from, we'll see what I get from Lon Lons, and then go from there. This should be hard. Thank you. I know I could go up to Goron City, but I'm kind of like, not that worried. I don't have bombs at the moment. I could go to Dodongos. I kind of don't want to dip Dodongos as adult though, so we're not gonna worry. So now the girl I went home with, she told her sister, who now works at Macca's, and her fucking sister told everyone at work what happened, showed everyone the cursed videos and photos, spilled all the tea. That's bad. Are you gonna be okay? Are you okay? I know there's some things that you'd be like, wow, I'm so great. But there's also breach, I mean, is it breach of privacy? You shouldn't record shit like that. Like, it's an invasion of privacy to record that to begin with. Especially, I mean, like, admittedly it's in public, but like, I'm not entirely sure what the rules around that would be, but still. The spreading of that sort of information can be very damaging. Yes, I'm okay. It's kind of funny, okay? And for the past couple of days, everyone's been calling me Stripper Boy. Right, time to go work at KFC. Hell yeah. Milk is a lie, it don't make bones strong. Damn. The disappointment is immense. God damn, I've been lied to. Oh my god, Skelly. Okay. Not yet. I'll do the loop and then come back. No, but at the same time, I did do something that no decent person should do that got caught on camera and now everyone sees it. Yeah, but that's not how the perspective should be. I mean, I know you're trying to think of it in a lighthearted sense, but I like... and obviously, usually, eventually, people just forget about it anyway. But it's still one of those things where it's like, you should have full rights to go up to that people and be like, hey, I don't mind you telling the people at work about this, but, like, please delete those videos and don't send it to anyone else. If you want to think about it in a serious manner. You don't have to. This is me, you know me. Always thinking about the media implications. Rumble Pack, get that shit out of here. It's just me. Thinking about the media side of things. And me? Serious? Yes, of course. Come on now. I don't understand. I mean, stuff like that shouldn't technically... I mean, like, I know it happened in a quote-unquote public area, but... You know, I'm not serious when I'm sober. I'm just saying, you have the rights to do that if you want. Oh. I love Bolero. Fuck yes. DMC, take my soul. Unless serious topics are being discussed. Oh yeah, no, I'm just highlighting that if it's a concern for you, okay? Because it's one of those things that people can, I mean, again, you're not ashamed of it or anything, but it's one of those things that can sometimes be blown out of proportion, or get online and get on Facebook and like other things like that. And if you're worried about stuff like that, you should have the full rights to go up and be like, hey. Saying that, you're a pretty chill guy, so... I'm a chicken. Kinda sober. But are you seriously sober though? Shut up, Beans. Kinda sober. Yes. Definitely kinda sober. We appreciate you, Anakin. I don't know why you're drinking at the moment, but we appreciate it. I went to the bottle store after work and got a bottle of Fireball. My friend recommended it. Oh my god. You drink that stuff straight? Is that usually shots or is that something you mix with something else? I don't know. It's fucking scrumdiddlyumptious. Love it. Hannah's never sober. She's perpetually drunk on anime. I wish I was perpetually drunk on anime. I'm thinking about how cool One Piece Day is gonna be on Friday. Hypes. It's gonna be One Piece Day on Friday. We have chapter 1054 coming out. Hopefully more stuff on One Piece Film Red words. And I'm blanking. Other things. One Piece Day. Is that a day about One Piece? Yes, one piece of bread. One piece of cake. One piece of pizza. Okay. I tried fire, but I never tried it. Almost as good as the honey flavor in Old Virginia. Sure. Yeah. Totally understand where you're coming from. Right, chicken. You piece of shit. You better behave yourself, Mr. Chicken. Right. Alcohol gives me anxiety since a couple of years ago. It's fair. Alcohol's not worth it. I'm happier sober. Oh, I did it. Okay, we did it. We can move on. May regret it. Is it spicy? Hope they travel to Whole Bread Island next. Me too, man. Alcohol gives me sad manners, happy, crazy, all in one. It's fair, man. It's always weird to think that people act different, like, with alcohol. I mean, like, in the sense that some people, like, will barely change. And then other people are like, eh. Kiri Forest is Way of the Hero. Really? Shockers. You mean for a good old hammer? Might as well write it down. Fire Temple. Fire Temple isn't Way of the Heroes, so that must mean that it must be something hammer-locked. Yeah, okay. Remember that. Kiri Forest Hammer. I didn't get anything else in Kiri Forest, so it must be hammer. So hammer must be locking something important. It's still required to beat fire though. Correct. What's this? It's another blue rupee. I have found so many blue rupees. I say that, I have some really good items already, but a lot of blue rupees. Hi, I exist. Hi, I exist. I also exist. How you going, Stania? I'm new here, nice to meet you. Whole Bread Islands. Sounds like it is bread, land, and peace. If I was allowed to play the Russian anthem, I'd play it right there. I know Con will appreciate that joke. That you made beans. It's pretty spicy for a whiskey. Couldn't beat a good Jameson label, but it's definitely- now you make me want rum and Coke. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really gonna get some rum and Coke now. It's nice. Macarons is not necessary. Probably bombs or arrows. Wait, what's bombs or arrows? Kiri Forest? I've already been to Kiri Forest. I started in Kiri Forest, and that's what I was saying, the hammer stuff. What do you mean? GTG! Okay, that's important. GTG is never Way of the Hero for me. I don't know. Fuck. Okay. Everyone pay attention to this. Okay. Me just mindlessly trying to put the pen back in the lid. Yeah, if you've never had like spiced rum, Captain Morgan, spiced rum and Coke, definitely recommend it. It's nice. Something that's like a good way into alcohol. And again, it doesn't completely smash you. I had a feeling DMT was gonna be Way of the Hero. I don't know why, sometimes I get a feeling. DMT, I have some really good hints actually. Good. I feel like usually I have such horrible hints. Hi Turtle, how you going, dude? Me is tired, always very tired. I like how I said that. Like I said, how you going, dude? Despite that was literally your opening statement. Oh god. that a fairy? What am I seeing here? What? Alright, don't question it. Moving on. Ooh, your bomb bag could be hammerlocked. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why my brain was like, I could go immediately to adult, or I can just do a few more checks as child, and just have them at least kind of scraped off my list, so to speak. And that's what we're doing. Once I finish Lake Hylia, I'll go to market. Do that stuff. Well... No rumble pack. That's because I chose not to pick it up. Yeah. Went to Nando's with Adara tonight. That was nice. We were gonna go home and I kept talking about having chicken, like going to go get a roast chicken for dinner. And then whatever. I kept talking about it, but then I went and got ham and I was like, we could have something with ham, and Adara's like, we could go to Nando's, and I was like, we could go to Nando's. And then we got Nando's. Oh, is this a Discord? No idea. I still haven't figured it out. Wowee. I can't believe I have to tell this guy to quit. I have to give him my rod before I leave. Like, how rude. Yes, I did say it like that. Alright, I have no scales. Actually, it might be worth just checking what the bubble is. Okay, it's Bloopy. And set up Scarecrow song. Alright, bye-bye. I appreciate you, Scarecrow. And 40 is dead. 40 hint is dead. Don't know about anything else yet. I'll do open grotto. Go back to market. Yeah. Oh, Zora's Domain. No, I can't get into Zora's Domain logically yet. Shit. Alright. That's fine. At least I can go around and I should be at least be able to do most of the Dongos, and we'll see how that goes. Bombs are probably in DMT. Probably, she says. I went and did Deku because I spawned as child in Kokiri Forest, and I was like, I'll do Deku, and of course Deku was a fucking stone, so I got one of the stones. Small key, okay. I definitely get the feeling I might have something on frogs too. Just because, I've got like... It's one of those things where like sometimes you already have 3 of the songs and my brain's just like, well obviously I need the rest now. I do have boleros though, so... Good bolero time. Boom, 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 boom. Don't pay attention to the giant spinny thing in your ears. Okay. See? Don't pay attention. My knee's been feeling better today, which is good. Which is kind of weird, but good. It's one of those things where I'm realizing, like, if I sit at my desk and then get up, like, my knee's, like, really weak. Like, I can barely stand on it, or almost like I need to kind of crack it. Hey, look, a skybox. No, not you, shut up. Skybox. But yeah, like, but once I, like, get it moving, it's perfectly fine, so... Which is good. I'm back! Sorry, I got distracted beating up some tigers. Tigers. Brain's like... Is Richmond fighting against someone? Helicopters in Hyrule? Who's been inventing? Con, obviously. We all know it's Con with his helicopter life. Hashtag old references. Ow. Nah, I'm playing Yakuza. Alright, that was not the... It's not what I was expecting. Yes. No. No. Yes. Ow! There we go. All good boat. Good boat times. Yeah. Bum bum bada bada bum bum bada 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 bada. Alright. Can I be bothered getting these checks? The answer is no, but I should at least do a shooting gallery. Where's that? Perfect, first try. Okay, bomb shoots, take it. Are you in Hyrule Town already? I walked? I don't know what you expect from me, man. I'll check outside Hyrule Castle once I have- Ooh, should I get this? Yeah, I'll get that later, it'll be fine. Alright. Yep, we know that. Yep, we know that. Beyond the Wasteland learns Saria's song. Okay. And we know that. What is with these hints? Okay. Guess I could go to G2G as soon as possible. I've already got a hook shot, but I would like a bow before I go in there. Okay. So hopefully I find a bow in one of these other places. But first of all, I need bombs, which is hopefully DMT. Or DMC. We love DMC. Speedrun? No. Again, everything's like, this is an Ocarina of Time rando, it's all open world, like. It's not like there's any barriers in my way to do anything. Really like the white outfit on him. Alright, time to find out the good/bad news. Alright. Spirit Temple. Dongers. Water Temple. Fire Temple. Switched around, weirdly enough. Baka. Jabby Jabber. Goddamn Jabby Jabber. Jabby Jabber is always a pain in my ass. Okay? I'm just saying. It's probably a bad idea. I'm probably gonna die here, but shh. No one needs to know that. Man, I don't get it. These new fandangled games have got me stumped when I was a kid. Sorry, I'll read the rest of it in a second. I was just laughing at it. Spirit, I can go get Saria's. Good. Now I need to get out of this room as quick as possible. I don't have enough health to be in here at all. When I was a kid, we just used to play a stick and a hoop. What? Right. I don't have a shield. I always forget I don't have a shield when I start off. There. Much simpler. Oh yeah, absolutely. No questions. Do you guys want to know a fun story? I nearly always This is really sad to notice. I nearly always, usually when I want to get to the entrance into Lost Woods, I nearly always go up these stairs, turn around here, and then think, oh, it's down there, and then jump down there. It's true. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about the Goron, itty bitty Goron boy yet. I need to figure out how to do the prime sub. You just shout prime sub, and then everything works, obviously. And then Amazon takes your money, and then I cry because we are servants to Amazon Daddy. Yeah, I said. And then we move on in life. Alright. What? What? Alright. Another one. Zora's Fountain is foolish. Good to know. Ugh. Wait a second. ZF. My dad owns Amazon. He's also a black belt in karate. Yeah, don't want to mess with you, do we? Don't worry, man. Wouldn't mess with you. Obviously, I'm facing the wrong way. What on earth? Fog. Talking about not having a shield. This is a Zora tunic, right? Yeah. Zora tunic is purple. Alright, we're gonna go DMT. Bleep, bleep, bleep. And then depending what I get from DMT, I might go to Dongos. I could go into Kakiri. I do want to go back into Kakiri. So, sorry, Kakariko. Right, there's no dude there right now. Ugh. Alright, nothing there. I forgot to check the thing up here, so it's probably the thing up here. It's not Bigarons. It could be the fairy. Magic, okay. Nothing wrong with magic. And here we are again. Broken legs and all. We're in DNT and got magic. Heart. There we go, beautiful. Alright. I'm gonna go through here. We're gonna see her. Well, we're gonna hope that something helpful is gonna be here. Because we all know Kakiri is always Way of the Hero. Whether it's stated or not, it is Way of the Hero. No questions asked. I missed the jump. I missed the jump. This is sad. I had that lined up. Yeah. More money. So everything in those chests is random. Yes. So basically, usually, yeah, I know. Usually, you know, there's like hearts, pieces of heart, money in the chests, right? But what the randomizer does is basically every single chest in the game, and like freestanding piece of heart is swapped out for another item. and then a kind of logic is applied to it, so it's basically like, you know, it ensures the game is like, yes, you can get to this location with a hook shot in order to achieve, in order to like go forward in the seed. Okay. Yeah, so the logic that is applied to the game is basically like, hey, do you have a hookshot in order to get to Forest Temple in order to get magic or something like that? Hey, bow. Didn't this cow have my bow last time? Real question. That's so cool. It's amazing how what modders can achieve. Hell yeah, it is. Did you see me playing the DK64 randomizer the other day? That was cool. Because DK64 randomizer seemed like a really difficult concept, at least to me, for like a really long time. And people have legitimately found a good way of doing it. Oh, I have silver gauntlets already. We love that. Oh, my silver gauntlets are gold. Makes it look like I already have 3. Real question, don't answer. Okay. Nope, must have missed it. Okay, I did that Friday? Last Thursday? Can't remember. This way. Hey, Cos. How you going, dude? Yeah, so what they did was, like, one of the main complaints around DK64, for example, was the general comment of, why are there tag barrels? Why couldn't we just tag in and out whenever we wanted? Well, one of the things a part of the mod thing for that is basically having the ability to do that. I need focus for a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, so basically, one, you can tag in and out of all of the Kongs really, really easily whenever you want. And two, again, like there's its own kind of logic to the game where it's like, okay, you need X amount of bananas in order to get access to, well, golden bananas, in order to get access to, like, the next world, but maybe you can't defeat the boss until you get a particular Kong and stuff like that. Okay. I'll take it. Arigato! Bored, as always. Well, boredom exists no longer when you're watching the Wings of Exelion stream channel thing, Twitch channel. Why be bored when you can ponder the questions of life? Like, can you play a DK64 randomizer? And the answer is yes. My brain originally was saying, can you suck a dick? No, I didn't say it though, so it doesn't count. Anyway. One more thing I have to check here. You already know your way around this game. You just play it often? Yeah. Okay, so I actually had only properly played Ocarina of Time last year. I only played it in August of last year, but you need to also know that for the like, I knew a lot about Ocarina of Time over the course of time. I didn't know the full part, like, I didn't know what the vanilla way of the game was, but I'd been watching Ocarina of Time randomizers for a really long time, because Estantia followed me at one point, and, you know, that's what she do. She commentates on the Zelda Speedruns channel. So I started following that and like watching that. Alright, I'm gonna do some hopping, song hopping. Wait, Andrew. Wait, I should check Andrew. Wait. Anyway, so when I finally played through all of Ocarina of Time for the first time, I then started trying to do randomizers, and I was shit at them, but I kept doing them because they're fun. It's a piece of heart. A piece of heart. What? Alright, now go to here. Ah yes, vanilla. My favorite flavor. I like vanilla crushed with Tim Tams. Still thinking about it. I've spent half a day trying to get hair dye out of my stuff. It's slow. It's fair, man. Nocturne. I just realized I don't have to do shadow this time, do I? I don't have to do water, but that's not too bad. Right? Dodongo's water, fire, Jabu, spirit. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough, practice makes perfect. Exactly. I'm hoping one of these days I'll have the courage to, like, you know, go do, like, join in with doing, like, more racy stuff, but racy stuff, that's probably not what I mean. Phrasing. Ocarina of Time, like, Zelda speedruns, races and stuff. I'd like to do that. That'd be cool. But, not until then. But I still feel like I have a long way to go to learn. This hacked and love that desert melody. This hacked and love that desert melody. Hell yeah. Here, have some of my courage. Here, have my Triforce of courage. Sorry, just imagine you like stabbing your hand and just, like kind of soaring out like a triangle in your hand. Anyway, my first Zelda game. Okay. My first Zelda game was Arrow. Asshole. Sorry. What were we talking about? I might as well just walk in here for the... Is this hacked? I love the desert. No, it's a randomizer. So, yes? I guess technically. Again, saying hacked though makes it sound like it's illegal. It's not really illegal. Or is it? I'm not entirely sure. Gray areas of ethics. Boop the nose. The nose. Hit the butt. My first Zelda was Zelda 2 on the NES. I could never beat it. The white. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can have cosmetics in this game. You can have cosmetics in the Ocarina of Time rando. And I have it set to random on most things. So I have things that are random. Random quawas. Heart piece. Okay. I might have to go hit child. Yeah, I meant randomizer. Yeah. Okay. Oh, G-man. Okay, alright, that's fine. Trail. And then I didn't play another game until Twilight Princess. That's the correct way of doing it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so my first game was Skyward Sword. I was introduced to that when it came out when I was like 11 or 12? 11? My sister got it for her birthday. And then, yeah, after that we played, and this is on the Wii obviously, so then after that we got the Twilight Princess on the Wii. A key! And then we got... Ow. And then we got Wind Waker on the Wii U. And then we got Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Wondering if there's anything else. I played Majora's Mask for the very first time this year in my quote-unquote Zelda month. What's in this next room? Yeah, look, I'm not gonna go any further without having hovers or something like that. I should at least dip child before I try going too far as adult. Yeah. Nice, beat the game over 100 times and finding everything except golden skulls. Was close, but at 85 gold skulls. Hell yeah, dude. I'm not that good to find all that stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go back. What do you think of Skyward Sword? I was 18 when it came out. That's a whole conversation. And I hated it. Oh, understandably, don't get me wrong. So, my argument for Skyward Sword is basically, it's a fantastic game for your first Zelda. If you're playing your very first Zelda, and you don't know jack diddly squat about the entire thing, play Skyward Sword. You bitch. Alright. Come at me, bro. Turtle! Turtle, thank you for the Twitch Prime. For 4 months, much appreciated. Give me a second, I need to shoot this guy. Beach. Alright. Yeah, woo! Thanks, man. I did a thing! You did it! Woo! Figured it out. I didn't... For some weird reason, my brain didn't take what you said seriously earlier, because my brain was like, yeah... The idea of Twitch Prime just confuses me, so I don't think about it. Boop the nose, boop the nose, boop, 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 boop the nose. Boop the... Ow, I missed. Why did I say ow? There we go. Magic. The nose. And the butt. Fair enough. I think if it wasn't for the awkward motion controls, it would have been better. The art was definitely cute, and I liked the painted look for the scenery. Hell yeah, man. No, so, yeah, like, as a first game, like, me and my sister, like, you know, like, we were young. We didn't understand how it worked and stuff like that. Oh, my bomb pack. Praise Jesus. Alright. Let's go do Dodongos. Dodongos, I'm still don't have a way of getting my Goron tunic. It's Goron tunic or get more hearts, so... Or a big wallet. It was kind of a battle of will to do the thingy. I'm proud of you. You got this far. Greater strength than I do. $40 for... Okay. Alright. I feel scammed. We're moving on. Another. I love Forest Melody. Hell yeah. I love Forest Melody too. Sorry. Trying to decide. Okay. Back in here. Do a particular check. Haha, scam. Yeah, Skyward Sword. Fantastic. Like, I think it was one of those things where it's like, you know, me and my sister, the first time we played through it, we didn't understand how annoying Fee was because we didn't understand it, right? Like, and we replayed that game like a shit ton before, you know, we started seeing criticisms online, and it was like, yeah, Fee is annoying, what the fuck? Wait, why didn't I go the other way? Doesn't matter. Okay, what I want to do actually, I'm gonna check one. Just see where my spawn is. I should really head to GTG now, actually. Alright then. It's not horrible. If Sari is now I have Bolero. I have Nocturne. I have this song. Wow, I have a lot of songs. Turbo Bombs. Magic. By the way, I'm notoriously bad at like updating my tracker. So if anyone wants to remind me like every hour to be like, yo, you should probably update your tracker, I'll be like, yeah, okay. What was I talking about? Alright, to Donkers. Or I go to GTG. Maybe I could go to GTG. Or I could do Dodongers. Let's do Dodongers, because Dodongers is chill. I would do Fire Temple. I'll do Fire Temple if I get the means to complete it. Anyway, oh man, if Fee was the worst, there's 99% chance that what I'm about to say is absolutely useless information. I think that was the problem with Fee, and I still really want to play Skyward Sword on the Switch, because when they remade it, apparently they might have like cut out a bunch of her dialogue. That's what I heard. I don't know if they actually did it or not, but it's one of those things where it's like I really would like to like compare the two, for example, to be like, okay, what did they take out and what didn't they take out? But yeah, personally, I'm gonna put that here. Personally, Skyward Sword is a great first game. I think there's a lot of things that are difficult about different games and stuff like that sometimes, and Skyward Sword is very much like, hey, are you a young, like, 10-year-old? Oh, okay. That's, like, never played a Zelda before? You be sick. I didn't realize it was so late already.
Yep. That and I just going to sleep earlier.
Yeah, sleep. Good night to sleep. Good night to sleep. Have a good slap. Have a good night sleep.
Have a good slut.
I thought that was a Slava. Slava Ukraine. Is it Slava? Whatever it is.
You have a good slut too.
Thanks. I'm like, who? Alright.
We'll find something.
Alright, good night. Love you. Alright. Alright. What are we talking about? Skyward Sword. Yeah, Skyward Sword, as being a young child, I didn't really understand a lot of, like, the mechanics and the understanding. And, like, honestly, dowsing did really help, right? Like, when, you know, the first time you're playing the game, you're like, ooh, what's this dowsing? Where am I supposed to go? You know, there's all of that sort of mentality. And it's a really good way of, like, leading you through the area. DMC is Way of the Hero. I had a feeling it was. I did say that, I think, earlier. That's nice. Mommy loves. What? It's my sister. Yeah. I don't know, it's good. And then I think, like, it's like, if you had to get me to assign an age to, like, each, like, it's one of those things, like, what is the epitomal age to play each Zelda game? I feel like that would be an interesting breakdown, because I feel like there's some things where I'd be like, alright, well, Skyward Sword is too babyish, so it definitely should be on kind of like the other side, quote unquote, like, play it more when you're like 8, 9, but then I would argue that maybe playing Ocarina of Time would be a good first game instead. So it'd be like Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword. Actually no, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, maybe. Skyward Sword, then maybe Ocarina? Oh, mirror shield. That's important. Oh, I have to kill you, don't I? There you go, man. Definitely play Twilight Princess in your teens. Play because no, they're all teenagers love wolves. That's the only way it is. Dowsing was a good mechanic for sure. I also liked a lot of the dungeons. Fighting the big black blob thing more than once wasn't fun though. Oh yeah, Demise is not okay. Like, I understand the idea that we're going for, but no one wants it. No one wanted to go against Demise 3 times, okay. I understand the rule of 3s, but... I would argue though, I don't mind the first fight and the third fight. It's the second one that's just god awful. Getting a lot of love from Mummy, that's a great thing. Why are you making it sound weird? Don't say it like that. Again, it's my sister. I'd say Skyward, then Ocarina of Time. I think they're the best 2 beginner games. Yeah. Because this game is really straightforward, and I think that's what I like about this. You know, like, this as a randomizer is chill. Because it's simple, it's straightforward, like, obviously as a kid you have to be like, oh, where do I go next, kind of thing. Like, you have to try and figure it out for yourself, but as like an adult, this game is very straightforward. Unless it's Water Temple, as someone who played this last year. Yes, I definitely like the dark and edgy look of Twilight Princess. Exactly. Play it as a teen. It's just the basic. Rule number 1. Play Twilight Princess as a teen. I missed. I was about 12 when I played Twilight, so definitely a good age for wolves and shit. Same. I need to line it up better. Okay. Whew. I almost jumped up again though. Just clicking, I have Spirit. I have everything I need to complete Spirit Temple almost. I mean, hovers would be good. I think hovers I'm supposed to logically have them. I still have to go as Child though. Child I'm not logically got that yet. I need Boomerang. Nice. That is definitely for the older fans. Can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2. Hell yeah, man. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna play it for the first time on stream next year, so... as I do with most games. So... we can all mutually experience it together. Never mind, I have the boomerang. What the fuck is happening? Alright, so... what am I missing? What I need must be in it must be in GTG. And I still haven't gone to Zora's Domain yet, either. Or DMC. I have 3 areas. What would I need out of those 3 areas? Tunic or Gorons? Light arrows. Lens, maybe? No, I don't have to go to Shadow. Spirit Jabber. Root. Well, I need Ruto's letter. Long shot. It would be long shot, Ruto's letter. And irons, maybe? Hovers? Either be watching you play it on stream or playing it myself. Hell yeah. What do you think of the older Zeldas? Oh look, never mind, we don't need light arrows. What is happening? I've gotten 3 important Dodongos stacked. What the? Okay. What do you think of the older Zeldas? I'm currently playing A Link to the Past on the Switch emulator. I haven't actually played A Link to the Past yet. I need to. I've heard good things about A Link to the Past. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so I played like how much? I played like half of A Link Between Worlds, right, on the 3DS. And then at one point I tried playing the start of A Link to the Past and I got very confused. I was like, is this like A Link Between Worlds, but like not? And like, why is it starting here? And I was very confused about what the fuck was going on. And then I was in a dark room. Didn't like it. Thumbs down. I can't. Let's just say I'm very much someone who doesn't like to play too old of a game. Oh, Din's Fire. Shit. No, it's not for life. If I have to dip Stone Shadow for Ruto's letter, I'm gonna go ape shit. Oh, a Forest Medallion. Cool. That's a song I can go get at some point. Yeah, the older games were unforgivable for getting people lost. Well, that's a whole thing. DMC. Nope, I want hearts first. Let's go get some hearts. I shadow suspiciously. Please no. Please no. I can't deal with it. Where are my hearts? I'm praying. I shouldn't have to. Like, I have enough Wave the Hero locations. I still have 3 Wave the Hero locations to check. So I shouldn't theoretically have to. Oh god. I'm going crazy. Alright. Oh, bloody hell. Holy macaroons. Oh my god. Heart piece. Thank you. That's what I needed. I'm out of here. I can't pull out my Ocarina in public, apparently. What are we talking about? I think I prefer a lot of the older games just for nostalgia value. I think 3D Zeldas are much better since A Link Between Worlds and Breath of the Wild. Isn't A Link Between Worlds a 2D game? Question mark? Oh, I freaking love A Link Between Worlds. I played that one way too much when it came out. I want to finish it. I really want to finish it, but I also kind of want to like because it's on the Switch, I have to look down and stuff like, oh sorry, on the 3DS, I have to look down a lot. And on one hand, I'd love to play it on stream too. Would love to play it on stream, that would be great. But I haven't had... But I need like a cord and stuff to figure out how to connect it to my capture card. I don't know how anything like that works. I guess it's 2D, but the art style is 3D, so... Yeah, it's 3D, but I would say it has 3D models. Okay. Okay. So what I mean... I mean, yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, I would still argue that not bottom of the well, Hannah. Breath of the Wild is kind of... It still feels really to me at times. Because, I still get quite frustrated with the fact that the game is very much like... I always feel like there's no incentive to really, like, get into doing all the side quests. It's not like I'm getting cool pieces of armor for doing things. Wow, okay, I have all of the quivers. We have bomb chews. I haven't marked it off. Breath of the Wild needed better dungeons, I think. That too. That too. I definitely will agree with a lot of people about the fact that I really miss. This should be my... No? I guess Spirit? I guess the song was the way of the hero? Okay, I guess everything's Spirit Temple. I thought DMC was going to be something more complicated. Alright then. I'm gonna put down song beside it. There's nothing else there. Song question? I don't know. But I don't really feel like I want to replay it like the other 3D Zeldas. Same. Like, I've replayed it before and my brain's like, oh, like, try and just do it differently, quote unquote. But then it's kind of like, it's not even that cool. I mean, I one time tried playing it where I tried to at least obey the day-night cycle. And that was fun. Actually, let's check this. Sunset. Apart from Tarrytown. Oh, absolutely. Tarrytown? Amazing. Side quests felt too primitive. I agree, and like, who wants to go around getting 30 rush rooms for like a few thingamajiggies, you know? Like, just didn't seem right. Like, there's occasions where they want you to do certain stuff, and you're like, why would I do that? You know, like... I don't know, I always felt a lot of the side quests were just a bit Like, some award you pieces of armor, and that's fine, but like, a lot of the other stuff is like, here, have a piece of gem, and you're like, cool, why don't you just hand me a $50 note instead of pay me in $20 ambers, like... Should I do Zora's River first? Nah, I'll do it. Nah, I'll do it as Trials, it'll be fine. I feel the same way about side quests in Elden Ring. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Haven't read the rest of your comment, but I agree. I'm not sure if you've played it. Sweetie, who do you think you're talking to? I'm insulting. Yeah, yes, I have played Elden Ring. I have played everything except for I've finished Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Elden Ring. I haven't played Sekiro or Bloodborne yet, but yes. But the side quests seem very derivative and pointless. Absolutely. Like, oh god. It's a whole problem. Like, one of the biggest issues I have around Elden Ring is the fact that they basically, like, the whole point originally of doing New Game Plus stuff, especially in Dark Souls 3, was, hey, what the fuck are you doing here, bitch? Oh, got him! Yeah, fuck off, mate. Sorry. What? What are we talking about? The whole point of playing Dark Souls 3, I've played them all but only finished DS3, that's okay. That's the right game to go with. It's fine. The whole point of Dark Souls 3 is like, you know, like there's new items that you can get through playing at least New Game Plus 1, 2, and 3. It takes you up until getting to New Game Plus 3 where you get like, you know, like +3 Evil Eye or Ring of Evil Eye, I can't remember the different items. Or, you know, like there's small incentives like that and it gets more difficult every single time, right? But. Oh, what? I feel cheated. Excuse me? Oh my god. Okay, my horse. Turn around. Thanks, I feel reassured now. It's fine, man. I'll go on a longer rant, okay? I'm just distracted. Okay, right here. I don't really mind getting stuff at NPC, but it just doesn't show any progression to the world. They just keep standing in the same spot like nothing happened before or after the quest. That's fair. Yeah, like that's what something that happened in DS3 that kind of was like, oh, there's a reason to keep playing New Game Plus. Or like every time you went to New Game Plus, you're like, oh, I'll try a different weapon or something. Because you have a limited number of what are they? Titanite slabs, and getting that all of your items to +10 was a lot of effort that you had to kind of get through and stuff like that. Elden Ring didn't do that well. Not to mention they basically just got rid of all and any purpose to play, to like do any sort of replaying game. Like I've only played the game once. So far, and I still have 2 other endings to get to make sure I get all the achievements, but still it's really disappointing when you think I've played Dark Souls 3 start to finish probably like 10 times now. Like I'm up to New Game Plus 7 on my current playthrough, and then I've probably finished at least 3 or 4 other playthroughs, okay? I've played it that much. Elden Ring, it's like... Okay. Excuse me, I didn't have my buttons. Bitch, excuse me. Oh shit. Damn it. Arrested. Of course you played them before. You explained the entire Souls look. Oh, right. I completely forgot about that, man. I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't happen. It's just all a part of your imagination. Speaking of which, I should really play the Ringed City DLC at some point. You should. Definitely approve. If you need help with that, I'm here. Bitch. Lasagna. Yes, I still say that reference. Can you give me some space, bro? One more. Okay. What were we talking about? DLC is amazing. Pretty good. It's painful. It's pretty good. I just like the gear you can get, really. Some of the best boss fights in Souls games. I mean, Madeira's a asshole, but yeah. Hot. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be that. Give me a heart. Nope. I need all the hearts I can get to go against these skellies. I got New Game Plus 5 on DS3. I don't know how I got over there. But couldn't even finish Elden Ring once. It just doesn't have the same charm either. I don't think it's about the... I mean, like, I get what you mean, right? Like, we found it really frustrating because the game, for one, right? The game is only 3-player. And, you know, me and my friends were a squad. We're 4 people. So playing through it was kind of disappointing in the sense of that we could only really go into groups of 2, when that meant we couldn't even, like, go into the world and kind of explore it together. Alright, see you around, bucker. Final boss with that guy was with the big pot was pretty cool. Big pot? What are you doing? Okay. What's going on? Am I gonna find out I have to do fucking... No. It wouldn't do that to me, right? Potatoes. Spin to win. Thank you. Sister Frida. Oh, Sister Frida. Okay. That's the other DLC, man. That's not the Ringed City DLC. Oh, cool. No wonder I was confused. What is the item? Okay. Okay, I know that's a key. I could go up there, but I'll make my way around there anyway. Just wanted to see if there was a key in here. Or if I was gonna get a key from here. Either one. Yeah, Elden Ring just, like talking about it though with my friends, like, it was also one of those things where it's like, I think some of the fun parts about Dark Souls is, you know, that kind of like, that gauntlet to the final boss. But basically every single boss that you had in this game that happened in Elden Ring, it didn't have a gauntlet. It was like, oh, like, the boss is right there. Not to mention, with the whole tracking system in the game, like, it could basically read your movements in the game. It was a pain in the ass. Like, it wasn't, like the fun part... God, where is this guy? The fun part about playing Dark Souls is... There we go. The fun part of playing Dark Souls is learning the enemy's patterns so you know when to dodge and stuff like that. I would argue that is the best and funnest part about the entire game, okay? But Elden Ring, because it reads your movements, it basically unnecessitates all of that. You're like, what's the point of learning this enemy's moveset when it can read when I'm about to, like, heal, rather than trying to time my heal at the right moment and stuff like that. Like, small things like that, it's really frustrating when you think about it, because you're just like, all of my learning of this person's moveset doesn't mean anything. You're basically made to just be as aggressive as possible in the game. Bop me boulder. Nice. Sinners. Well, shit, what DLC am I thinking of then? Ashes of Ariandel? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I've heard it's amazing DLC, but by the time I got there, I kind of got the urge to move on to another game since I've been playing it for so long. That's fair. Or so much, sorry. That's fair, man. We've all been there. It happens. I would like to play through Elden Ring again at some point. Oh, I have to press the button first, right? There we go. That's the one. Randall. Ariandel. Oh my god. Sorry. Ashes of Randall. God bless Randall. We appreciate Randall. Hashtag Randall life. Please don't slurper dirt me. What the? Thank you. God. We stand Randall here. Absolutely. We love Randall. Randall is best boy. We call it Gank Souls because we would use the dried fingers and summon in a bunch of invaders against the 4 of us in the area with the giant Aryan Pontiff. Hell yeah. It's the way to go, man. Nothing wrong with little Randall. You're right. I like how I got a stick upgrade and just a regular stick. And then like 3. Nope, 1 key. Alright. It's a waste of money. I would argue that is the most frustrating part. I actually really enjoyed playing it with my friends. God, the DLC area. Still a massive amount of people always like to attack and fight in that area. Not just Pontiff, the other place. In the DLC. Okay. There. Oh nice, a stick. Oh nice, a key. Oh my god, what are we doing up here? You know, I never went and got scarecrows, so that's fine. Alright, hopefully we're up to 5 keys after this. Nice. I know there's at least 1 key I can't get, but the statistical probability of needing that is minimal for the time being. Hopefully. Damn. No one talk about this. No one talk about this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. But yeah, just a lot of Elden Ring in general was basically like, why would I play this again? Because, you know, I think there's always like that, like, again, like there previously was at least more incentive to always go back and play the game again to like learn something new or something, or to just, you know, like have a go at a more difficult challenge and stuff. But instead, what the fuck is happening? Instead, none of that happened. It was like they just de-necessitated the point of playing it again, and it's like, congratulations, you kind of invalidated your own game. What the fuck is happening? What the Okay, that's it. That's the normal. We're exploding the entire place. How do I do this place? How do I do this room normally? Get rid of all of these or something? Oh, there it is. Ah, that's what I have to do. Nope. Okay. Oh. Alright, nothing happened. Yes, they de-incentivized people from needing to play the game again. And that's disappointing, because, you know, I think one of the fun things about Dark Souls was about playing it again, about it being more difficult the next time around and all that jazz, and instead, we just got disappointment. That's the way it is. Alright, let's see what's here. Make sure we save again. Hopefully it's somewhere on this side. It could be on the other side. I could try doing the other... No, it's fine. I'll check the other side after I go through this side. I think the slow sense of progression in Elden Ring is what got to me. I never felt like I was getting anywhere. Every enemy was just way too strong and most could one-hit me even when I could grind levels for hours. So frustrating. I agree. Like, the final boss for me, like, I was at level, like... I was at, like, a level, like, probably 210. Maybe, actually, maybe 190. I think I'm at, like, 210 now. I think I was 100... I'm gonna say 195 when I defeated the final boss. And I still struggled so much. So much. Oh, that's probably my way of the hero. Maybe. That should be my way of the hero. Because now I should be able to buy. Okay. But what's on the other side? Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Don't save. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna check the other side. I should have checked the other side first, but we don't worry. But yeah, like, it was that way. Like, it was really disappointing because I'm very much someone who likes to mid-max. I think that's the word, or the term. I'm very much someone who's like, oh, I'm really struggling at this boss. I'm going to be really OP in order to complete it. Oh look, another key. I'm going to try and get as powerful as possible to try and defeat this boss. Cool, alright, there was nothing on this side. But I couldn't even do that. Almost level 200 and it meant nothing. I mean, maybe if I'd made like a really like OP magic build, but that wasn't me. Like, I'm a big heckin' great sword main. That's who I am. And as like a great sword main and stuff like that, like trying to defeat the Elden Lord boss was so difficult. I don't think I need to grab anything else in here. I just need the giant's wallet and move on. So I can buy my tunic. All of this just for my tunic, it's sad. Alright. Not this one, it's the next one. If you're ever into it, you can play it on PlayStation. Let me know in Discord and I can help. I have it on PC, so I don't know if that's any difference, but I don't have it on PlayStation, is the point. Thanks, I'm on Xbox though. Yes, I love Big Ultra Greatsword from DS3. Hell yeah. So far, I haven't really gotten into Elden Ring yet. I like we're all on 3 different consoles. Something so funny about that. Alright. Should I do horseback archery? My brain is telling me no. Why would I do that? I don't know. What a bow. Need money. Your brain is scared. It's true, but I also feel like I don't need to. I don't know if that's right. Instinct or not, but... Wait, grab the arrows. Didn't realize I actually needed them. Do it! It's an ass to get back here anyway. But I probably don't need to. Right. I still have 2 other Way of the Hero locations. I still can't believe I went through all of GTG just for Wallet. Okay. Does that mean Zora's Domain? I'm gonna find out Zora's Domain is... I'm gonna find out Zora's Domain literally is the Jabu. Alright. BRB, gonna get some food. Alright. To get that food. Where's my horse? Alright, alright, alright. 1 go. And that's it. Get that good food. Hell yeah. Alright. Is it daytime? God damn it. Daytime? Play that funky music. Hell yeah. God damn. Oh good, my horse is still up here. Nope. Nope, I think I just saw a person's head. Shh. Wait, where's my horse then? Alright, 1 go, and then we go to Bolero, and we do some Fire Temple. And then we're gonna go... Should I do Spirit Temple next? Or should I check Zora's Domain? Kinda wanna check Zora's Domain first. Because Zora's Domain could have something interesting in it. Fire Temple shouldn't have anything. Shit. Just say I stole it. Okay, it's fine. I'm a strong, independent woman. 1 go. What? Okay. Da 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 da. I got 1,000. Fuck. I can play this song of guitar, just flexing. Nice. Alright, that's it. We're leaving. When I just remembered I downloaded a mod for Wind Waker and it's hilarious. Go on. I'm back. Go lazy, just grab some potato salad from the fridge. Nice, man. Okay, let's go get some fire titties. I feel like I'm missing something. But maybe not. I think I'll go, okay. Oh, I'm 1 rupee off. Right, okay. What I'm gonna do is I am going... There we go. We're gonna go into Fire Temple. We're gonna do all Fire Temple. And then we are going to... Then we're going to go Child. And we're gonna check Zora's Domain and hope either my long shot... I'm still missing irons, actually. Shit. Alright. And pray something I need. More than one thing I need is there. Hopefully I didn't... There you go. Alright. Backer. Turns out Link into CJ from GTA San Andreas and the voice lines are too funny. Shit. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to upset you, man. Thank you. My prized arrow. I will one day just pip it at the moon or the sun, more likely. I'm thinking, I haven't checked a lot of adult, I haven't checked adult Hylia Lake. So that could be something to check. Usually something I need there. What color? Green. Dark green too. What a weird assortment of colors. Nice. Purple. Love it. Gerudo Desert 1. Oh, right. Yeah, love that song. It's really funny, so when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Peanut Butter Gamer play games, and so I knew a lot of like Ocarina of Time like references and kind of like facts about it, but I never actually played it myself, right? But that didn't stop the fact that child me, like, and when I say child me, I mean like 13-year-old me or whatever, was like super into listening to Gerudo Valley song and Stone Temple and stuff like that. Come at me, you piece of shit. Do it. That thing always comes after me. I need Orange Tunic to complete this seed, so I'm guessing the arrow is somewhere deep in here. Should be one more fly boy. 2 more fly boys. Ooh, I found out that one of my friends got engaged. Well, more of Adara's friend, but it still counts. I've known them since Adara's known them, basically. Which is pretty cool. I love weddings. It's just going, I mean, we're going to the engagement party, but, still, hog. That's one friend. It was so weird, like, talking to, like, multiple friends this year and finding out, like, we have 3 friends that are basically, like, waiting to be fiancéed to, basically. Like, we had one friend basically be like, I've told him that he's proposing this year. And then, like, ow. And then I had, like, you know, like, this current couple was basically like, if he doesn't propose this year, I'm gonna be furious. And then there's like another couple. That's like, and then there's like another couple that are like buying a house together. Like they're not engaged yet, but they've bought a house. And I'm not talking about Jaden and Kirsty in regards to this. I'm talking about a different people. Congrats to them, hell yeah. So cool. Still have an MP3 file with Chrono Trigger music? Hell yeah. It's the way to go, man. Sometimes video game music is the best music. I used to have MP3 player just loaded with MIDI files of my favorite Nintendo music. Yeah, I have that. I also had Dark Souls music on there. A lot of music. I actually have my MP3. I still have it. It's in my bag behind me. I always keep it charged. I always keep it charged. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna keep this with me just in case my phone goes flat. Especially when traveling. Never know what's gonna happen. It's 2022. Women can do the proposing now. You're right. It's not really proposing though. It's more like you are proposing. Right? It's more like a threat. It's more of a threat nowadays. Where the woman is basically like, I still want you to propose, but you're proposing, okay? You have no choice about this. But you're right. I mean, I'm all gushy for all the romantic stuff, so I want the guy to get engaged, but I have no one in my life, so it doesn't matter. Buying a house in this economy? I know, right? Nah, they don't live in the city, so it's definitely a lot more accessible to do something like that. I say that a lot more, like, accessible, but even that's a bit of a misnomer. Here's the ring, now put it on my finger. Exactly. Polyamory, allowing millennials to buy houses. It's true. The only way. I think I said that to Adara at one point. I was like, I'd be fine to be a part of like a polyamorous relationship if it meant I could buy a house. I'm 100% okay with it. I mean, if anything, it would be all equally platonic, just kind of vibe and bro. I just want a big enough group to have a D&D group, obviously. That's the main priority. I say that I need a job first, otherwise I can't even contribute to that scenario. We have a polyamory too. I didn't even realize you spelled it incorrectly. I never doubt the fact that you have a polyamory. Especially with the amount of cosplaying you do. Cosplay? Swords. Just don't think it's cosplaying. Swords. Yeah. The corner. We're talking about the stair corner. Oh, this game's basically like, you're gonna have to go balls deep to find the key. Okay. Hi, LeBond. LeBond, you don't want to get married. It's just the sad face, like, put it on my finger. He's like, what? What's going on? Oh, my knee. Shit. LARP Nook. Yes, LARPing, that's the word. Oh my god. But yeah, that is the polyamory. Can you please, like, just make a sign, put it, just attach it to the, on the staircase above it? Alright, okay, sorry, don't pay attention to that squeak. Alright, what's going on? Yeah. I never marked that I have 2 strength. I'm gonna preemptively select fire. Despite I don't have it. Oh wait, I have the stick. Stick upgrade. Alright. But we have a secret agent sign there. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. Polyamory. In saying that, I feel like if I wanted to have a polyamory, no, if I wanted to have a polyamorous, I know that Ruby would be like, you have to invite me, and I'm like, fine. I feel like Ruby would totally sign on that and be like, do you want to have a house? Be like, what? And I'll be like, yeah, just share 1/6 of a house that's just me and like 5 other people. Well, 4 other people. Me, you, and 4 other people. She'd be like, what? And I'll be like, yes. Woohoo! Every time I do that throw, it's so satisfying. I don't know why. Polygamous would be the word, no. Oh, one is polyamory again. Polyamory is like you're in a relationship where you're attracted, you're dating more than one person, but it's just an amorous, like it's dating, okay? Compared to polygamy, right? Polygamy is the word. Polygamy is marrying multiple people, while polyamorous is, what did I just say? Just dating multiple people. But like in a smart way. Not in a dickish way. That's the way I explain it. This way. You know, where you all understand what's happening. Ooh. You all understand what's going on and it's all consensual and stuff like that. is loving more than one person. Polygamy is marrying more than one person. That's a good way of putting it. But I love everyone. I'm kidding. I don't love anyone. Oh, so what's it called when you only marry one person? That's monogamy. I mean, in the ideal world, quote unquote, like, there's nothing wrong with polyamory. It's just that, you know, women should also be able to, like, marry. Like, I think the problem with, like, polyamory is that in most examples, it's usually used in the sense of, oh, like, the male is just marrying multiple women. When in reality, like, it needs to be equal. Monogamous is used for only loving one person because marrying just one person is just called marriage. I mean, it's all marriage, isn't it? Didn't know there was two versions. Of course. There's a difference. How deep must I go? Don't take that out of context. There are cultures where the women get to get all the guys. Oh, wait, you're telling me there's a world that's not ruled by the patriarchy? Where? I'll wait. Should I? No, I will. You know what, we'll unlock the blah, 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 blah. I don't have Scarecrow song actually, so there's no point doing that. Wahoo! Missed it. Because fuck you, patriarchy. Not usually. Usually it's only one guy getting all the wives. Exactly. I'm definitely a monogamite. You mean monogamite? Monogamite. Oh my god, monogamite. It's because I only married one person. Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with being monogamous. Monogamous. Yeah. Uh-oh. No. No, Gary. No. Bad Gary. Sit. Good Gary. This way first. Fucking shit. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, manganomi. Your manganomi. Among Us. No. No. What do you call it when you get divorced? Depression. You're divorced? A divorcee? Is that what you mean? Divorce. Fantastic. Flawless logic. No weird slug thing. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Did it. What is it? Sure. Thanks. Thanks, game. Ow. That hit me? Bitch. Lasagna. I did it again. Sorry. Alright. What's this guy doing here again? Gary, we talked about this. Go sit down, Gary. Please, the key not be up near Scarecrow song, please. I don't want to go back. I mean, at least going back's not too bad if I have to, but still, going all the way deep fire. I'm missing a key. Do 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 do. You mean monongamous, right? The Munjayug Gwynigabinus. Yes, very correct. Correct on all accounts, no questions asked. Well, I guess I may be depressed as well soon. Oh, don't. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that. I just, you know, that's the logical reaction. That's not saying it any better, is it? Oh, look, the key. Cool. We're out of here. We're outie 5,000. Unless... No, no, no. Fire temples. There's nothing in fire temple. Okay, we're good. Oh, God. Going all this way. You guys talking about Among Us, right? No. Clip that sound and I'm gonna become... Ugh, God, that was not a roll. Just make jumping noises in video games. Angles. Camera angles, please. Thank you. I know there's like a whole setup to do that jump. You don't need a setup, just jump. Hashtag just jump, bro. It's okay, my wife has been talking about the big D word lately, so I've been giving her space. That's why I'm always on Twitch now, just trying to fill in my free time after work. It's just a little too sus. I mean, it's fair, but also, like, I mean, I don't know how your relationship is with your wife, but you know, like, sometimes females are like, they can get really, like, how do I word this delicately? They tell you to go away, but, you know, like, you gotta pick and choose the moment. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. You need to pick and choose the moment. Or maybe you should try couples counseling to work out what the issues are. That's an idea. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that kind of like, sometimes girls are like, I want to be left alone, but in reality, they want cuddles. Okay, ow. Okay. Again, I'm not presuming anything about your relationship, but, this is just a matter of fact of females, but I know there's also other times where it's like, they're just like, give me a little bit of space, and then once they've finished contemplating and just like thinking it through, they logically come back to you and they're like, okay, this is how I feel. Gotta wait until all of that internal anger just kind of dissipates. 4, 5. Yeah, like, sorry, like, I just say that in a sense of, like, again, you know, like, the simple solution might be, like, again, like, just giving them some space, and that's good. But there's also a possibility that, you know, like, it's also very easy for females to be like, I just want some space. And then you give them space, and then they're just like, what the hell, why aren't you spending time with me? Very contradictory. But every situation is different. I can attest. Being a female is weird. Even I think about my own thoughts sometimes, and my brain's like, here, breathe, Hannah. You need to rationalize the situation. Can't let your brain just kind of go vaguely quasi. Greg! Greg has blessed us this day. Thank you, Greg. Greg. I need to have like a button to show Greg. Sounds complicated. Growth counselor. Oh, it's been a bit rocky for a couple of years now. It's been a wild ride, but we're getting there. I'm sure we'll both work it out. Funny thing is, we're both qualified to be counselors. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. That is so funny. So funny. I love it. I never hear of counselors marrying each other. I'm sorry. It's so funny. So we're being very mature about it all. And I totally understand what you're saying. Okay. Cool. She's very contradictory with it. Does my head in, but I'm a patient man. It's fair. Oh my god, that's so funny. Makes for some interesting arguments. That would be a really interesting argument. Me and my sister, she comes home from work and we always have like interesting conversations about like how situations could have gone out or like how to do things better and stuff like that. Actually kind of cool. It is. Though I believe couples counseling is a slightly different specialism, isn't it? Yes. Typically. Depends on what sort of counseling you're doing, but yeah. Alright. It's good to hear about. Where are we? Jabu first. Okay, we're going Jabu. So prelude, but I don't have prelude, so Kakariko. Alright. Actually, no, wait. My reset point is a lot different, honestly. Yeah, because you're dealing with the system instead of an individual person. That's a good way of putting it. I'm cold. Specialize in behavioral science. Ooh. There's a lot more to do with personal. So it has a lot more to do with personal experiences. Hell yeah. We love behavioral sciences. I was actually talking with my sister the other day, and I was talking about how interesting it was that like I forget that like critical thinking, for example, is not quote unquote a normal thing. Is the best way I can put it. Like, I always expect everyone to be critical thinkers, right? When in reality, like, it's not. Which is weird. Like... Speak for yourself. I feed him. It is not. But it's weird, right? Like... Because I feel like everyone, like me, you know, me and my sister were basically grown up to, like, have this very much, like, internal dialogue, quote unquote. Where should I teleport to? Do I want to teleport anywhere? You know what? I'm gonna walk. We're gonna walk. We've always been like grown up to basically have that sort of internal dialogue where it's like, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? You know, like that sort of stuff. And yeah, like I keep thinking that, yeah, like everyone has critical thinking skills, when in reality it's not actually... I do not have a lot of money. No. No, I just have to borrow it. That's right. I don't really have to worry about it because... sorry, like... My point is that it is a quote-unquote, not unique skill, but it's definitely still a skill that other people don't have. Which is good. It's like, sure, your computer might be working fine and your game console might be working fine, and if you look at them both individually, you don't see the cable connector is dodgy. What a nice way of putting it. I was surprised at that fact as well. Critical thinking usually goes hand in hand with anxiety disorders. Yeah, that's me. Well, I'm glad I just bought that other mask. Alright, we need to make a trip to our favorite rocket ship. Lost Woods. That's okay. I need to do some backtracking to Lost Woods anyway. Potatoes! I guess there are varying degrees of critical thinking skills, like a critical thinking spectrum. It's not unique, it's eek. Or weak. Yeah. I actually wrote on paper on critical thinking associated disorders. Can I read it? No, it's okay. Oh, look, a Goron's tunic. Fucking bullshit. Wait. Why did I need the wallet upgrade? The wallet upgrade was the only thing in GTG, right? I did everything in GTG. If I could get the Goron tunic here all along. What? I don't know. Fun times. Hi, Philip. How's it going, man? By the way, the same thing happens in programming. This program works fine, this program works fine. Why is this not working? Because it's passing the wrong numbers between them. Oh yeah, how screwed are we after you found out the numbers boat? What? Rather not say, for everyone's sake. Back in 8th grade, someone did his master thesis on me. I didn't know he was doing it until he got his degree. That's gotta be a breach of privacy, right? Did your parents at least sign off on it? Market is foolish. Cool. Anxiety disorders are... What did you get in GTG? Adult wallet. That was like it. Everything else was... I mean, unless I got like... I don't think I got anything. I don't think I got anything else. Am I gonna find out I need blue fire again? Is that what this is? Anyway, I miss you all. I miss you too, Philip. You're the best, okay? You're doing a good job. You're doing good work. Always. Anxiety disorders are definitely getting worse though. That's common knowledge though. Oh yeah, after COVID. It's very obvious. Well, it's not even just that. It's also the fact that, you know, like, rates of depression have been increasing for years. Like, the fact that when I was a kid, you know, like, it was common knowledge, at least for it was common knowledge for me and my friends that 1 in 4 people had depression. In Australia, I'm pretty sure that's the statistical probability. I can't quite remember. Yeah, like, it's very, and that's just like depression, right? Like, that's not all of the anxiety-ness and other things that go into it, but anxiety and depression go very much hand in hand. And obviously it's built by an increasing, like, development of struggling to get a job and stuff like that. Like, I had like a heap amount of anxiety, like, all of last year. I mean, I still get quite a bit of anxiety, but it's not the point. It's a thing that develops simply of trying to, like, if you're struggling to get a job, you're bound to feel anxiety. If you're struggling to, you know, to keep your job and make sure you have money to pay for rent and all of this stuff, you know, like, I have a sword now. It's just normal, you know? We don't live in a time anymore where we could just peacefully kind of just do shit. Zora Tunic, Central Pill, or buy blue fire to one-freeze King Zora. I really hope it's not that. could be. Alright, hot piece. I'm always worried I'm gonna miss that. Just say that. I don't know what they learned. I'm sure I was sufficiently anonymized. Okay. Okay, that's fire then. That's fine. But still, I feel like you'd at least get the parents' permission before doing that. Narrate it, don't want to, just hope I wasn't used as some sort of typical example of Ashburgers. You have Ashburgers? Right, we know that. Probably did get permission, good. Very possible. My father was a feather plucker. So I always assumed that as the feather plucker's son, one day I would pluck feathers. What? An increased sense of self-awareness also leads to anxiety and depression, and self-awareness is correlated with social media and all that shit. Medication for anxiety and depression disorders is also a major factor. Oh yeah, that too. There's a lot. Like, the fact that we basically live in an economy and stuff where you should, like, sell yourself and all of that stuff. Like, I still get, like, really paranoid and anxious sometimes. Because, like, I have, like, a hyper-awareness of, like, I need to be a decent human being, basically. That is creepy. Like, I need to be a decent human being, I can't do anything wrong, like, all of that sort of, like, mentality. Especially with, like, streaming and stuff like that, like, there's that kind of, like, that part of my brain that's just, like, you know, like, if I'm not a decent human being, then I shouldn't be making an example of myself, sort of thing. By, like, going online and spreading my opinions and stuff like that. Pheasant and not feather. That's how long the dream has been dead. What? You just plucks feathers all day? Bird dead when you pluck? Sounds painful. What? What is happening? Did you pluck feathers? I keep getting what Peter and Boat says mixed around. There's definitely people out there that shouldn't be streaming. Agreed. But then that's that whole question where it's like, should I be allowed to be hypercritical of other people? Because I should be, you know, like, when, you know, like, they have their own experiences and stuff like that, and there's like people on the left and people on the right, and theoretically all of their opinions are valid, and it's a really long conversation. I personally think you do a great job as a streamer. You look like a very good person. Thanks, man. I could do better, you know, by like having a job. If I had a job, I'd have more of a sense of self-worth, to say the least. Well, you know what I mean, contribute to capitalism so I can pay for things and pay for rent, and therefore I don't feel like a burden on my sister. You know, that kind of internal dialogue. Now, I just watch my bank account dwindle slowly. You're not one of them, man. Don't worry. Thanks, man. But it is that kind of mentality as well, where it's like, I know that I'm very hypercritical of myself, so therefore I shouldn't have to worry about anything. But if I don't worry about anything, then that would be concerning, because it's when you don't worry about the way God, you can see the overthinking aspect of it, right? But still, very much of a mentality of I could do a lot better. Alright, time for some fire. Oh, shit. Shh, nothing happened. What's going on? My parent knows that the scariest sound is silence. Yes. Gunfighter nowadays gets on his cart. Apple, candy apples, hot cashews, caramel corn. What is... Peter, what's going on, man? I don't really understand what's going on. I'm the same way. Hell yeah. Whew. But I see, like, it's perfectly normal for basically anyone our age or younger and older, basically anyone under the age of probably like 35, maybe 32, to just basically have that sort of thinking. And if you don't have that sort of thinking, usually a trash human being. Not the conversation. I need to freeze King Zora. What do I do? What do I do? Where do I go? There's so many places I could check. Wait, I need to think this through, guys. Give me a second. Okay, I know what I need to do. Alright. Alright. Guess what, guys? We need a second wallet. Not happy, but here we are. That kind of internal dialogue is why I now work with children. I didn't want to just contribute to the system, so I chose to help educate the future generations. And now every day I walk into work and it's like stepping in my own little slice of cake. Wow, that's a sad way of putting it. It's interesting you say that because even my brain recently was like, I would love to be a child, like, not psychologist, but like a child counselor. Where, you know, like they can sit down and be like, look, I'm having this issue, and I can sit there and be like, alright dude, I'm gonna give you the hard facts. You know? Even if I'm not technically supposed to. I like being real with kids, you know? I really enjoy like sitting down and basically being like, look, this is something I legitimately believe. And oh wait. I don't have the mask yet. Love messing with kids, they're so dumb. Wow. If anything, they're assholes. At least for a good chunk. We're on a wallet hunt. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Wallet hunt again. Or at least on a Ruto's letter hunt. Either one. Ruto's letter or wallet. Screams. I'm gonna think of it. I should have. Do I have 20? I have one less than 20. Goddamn. I mean, are you sure there wasn't anything else in GTG, like in toilet? Toilet was hinted to be a small key. And I checked both sides of GTG. I checked the normal way, and the only thing of significance I got was an adult wallet. And then the other way was like an arrow and an extra key. Yeah. I mean, I might have. I keep thinking I got strength from there or something, but that was the other part of my brain. It's like, no, I don't. I got strength in a completely different area. I can't remember where, but. Go for it. You like video games, so I'm sure you'd vibe a lot with the kidlets. Kidlets? Hell yeah. I would. I would. I love kids. I think kids are fantastic. But it's also like, how much study would I have to do? I say that because I already did 3 years of uni. And I don't want to have to do I don't want to do like another 3 or 4. I probably would. Free money from the government, you know? At least if I got a job and got money through Centrelink, I'd at least be able to pay rent. So. What am I doing? Back in a Kakariko. Keaton Mask. Not the best place for counseling, but the best place to drop cold hard truths on kids without getting caught. Strength 2 room has nothing. Yeah, I checked in there was stick upgrade, a stick, a key, and a purple rupee. All checked. Imagine actual good quality children content on YouTube. No such thing exists. It's all trash. No actual kid wants to watch that shit. Unless it's My Little Ponies. Profit. Alright. Back to market. Oh, and Scorchulas. Oh my god. She got her shit figured out. I love Blue's Clues when I was a kid. Fuck yeah. Blue's Clues is the best. Fuck anything else. Sometimes I think about the bit in The Tipping Point where they talk about Blue's Clues kept children's attention way more than Sesame Street. That's because I had a cool dog in it. I had a blue dog. Nothing else matters. Okay, true story. You know what, come to think of it, I haven't seen my 30 or 50 hint either. God, please save me. Why'd I put sticks on and not... whatever. I'm not saying Blue's Clues was all bad or anything. What did they actually ultimately translate to it in education? Exactly. Blue dog, greater than everything else. Exactly. It's true. What do you think literally fucking, what's his name? Bluey. Bluey. Literally a blue dog. Why do you think it's so popular? It's true. Where am I going? Market. Market. I have the attention span of a 3-year-old right now. Maybe the colors keep the children's attention. Yes. I am very much an advocate for bright colors, okay? I want everything in shiny bright colors, and I need more of it in my life. It's very important. Also, it's cute. Hey, the soldier is dead, I just watched him die. Hey, yo, what you doing? I don't know. Where you going? Now you burn in hell. What? I don't know where that went. Alright. Now teleport. Family pain. This is all Mr. Power were being French. I don't know why. They were French. I don't remember them being French. I don't really remember a lot, I'll be perfectly honest. All I know is I loved it. And we had a toy. We had a toy of Blue's Clue, of Blue. And we also, our mum made us, our mum and dad. Because my mom's really artistic and my dad is very carpentry skills. So they made me and Adara a bunk bed. They made us a bunk bed where they decorated like the top of it to look like Blue's Clues and stuff like that. So like you'd have like the end of the bed on the second bunk that was all like painted red like the chair, and then there would be like squares cut out on the side, and it was great. That bunk bed is gone now, but I think I have pictures. Why did I put bombs on before coming in? Hat on. God damn it. I love their accents, but I didn't know what accents were at the time. That's why my accent is fucked. I was around so many accents as a kid, it's like, I might say something British at one point. I may say something American at one point. I can't differentiate the difference. What hat, Kaizen? They taught you to accept that some people talk different. Excuse me, sir. Your tiny children are irritating me. Sir? Give me the iron boots. Thank you. Why is that so scary? French accent is cool. I don't give a fuck if Blue's Clues brainwash me to think that. Gotta go, everyone. I have work in the morning, but I will see you all again next time. Good night. Thanks for the chat. It was fun. Thanks, Bo. Take care, dude. Sleep well. Good luck at work. Alright, what am I doing now? Going adult. I could at least enter Water Temple now. Am I gonna find out Song of Storms is on Ravaged? Yeah, that sounds right. I haven't gone into Spirit yet, but I should. Alright, I'll go to Spirit. My excitement is overflowing. Good night, Hannah. Are you going to bed too, Peter? Or is it just because I look tired? I have an hour before sleeping. I wish I could sleep now. I was thinking I was doing really well with the seed, and now I'm like, uh-oh. Say that I have been taking it a little chill. Mist Beach. Wait, do I have the other shield? What is Zora's? So the question is, what does King Zora have? Just like last time, or did I accidentally play the same seed as last time? I don't think so. But sometimes you never know. I missed. Oh my god. There we go. Alright. Okay, I watched how a person did this at one point. Okay. So, throw. No, that's not a throw. Okay. Throw. No, it wasn't supposed to explode on it. Thank you. No, I just woke up. I've got my whole life ahead of me. You never know 50% of the time. You never know 50% of the time. What? Brain's like, what? All these bats looking sus as fuck. Sus as fuck. It sounds like the character I'd make. Sus as fuck. It also sounds like something I've said before in the past, but that's besides the point. Moving on. Do 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 do. What? There we go. Fuck off. Heart. Grab the thing. There we go. Wow. Underscore. Hey, heart. Please don't shoot fire at me. It is very disrespectful. Alrighty. So, as far as I can tell, we should be able to at least finish Spirit and jump into water. But in saying that, that might not be great. Piece of shit. I hate you. Okay. Ich mag nicht. Alright. How? How did I get no keys? It's fine. You don't question. I don't know how I didn't have any keys. Okay. Anyway, so as far as I can tell, we should at least be able to finish. We should be able to finish Spirit without hovers? Hopefully? I'm not 100% sure about that. They make it sound that way. Ow, someone dive bombed me. Jeez. I haven't got any hints for either side hand stuff, so I guess I'll just use my one key as child and pray for a couple others. Not sure. There you go. Alright, so what else do we need to do? So, the most important things I need is... Oh, I've got the iron boots now. Is either hovers, rutos... Oh. I mean, I could need sculptures. I'm still not even sure about sculptures. How many checks can you do here? I missed. There you go. Alright, wait, let me think this through. I can do a decent amount. Like, I could do all of child side. Adult side is a bit iffy. I don't know about adult side for this. What else is there? Like there's some things like, okay, so I need hovers to get over onto that platform to press the switch. So I can't do that, which means I can't do this song, which means I can't do this check on this hand. I can do the one down here, though. Which is at least something, but I don't know if it's going to be something. Lol, the dance is great. Look at them go. I don't know which one you are. The Bon. Yeah, Darkrai. Tiny eyes. It's my eyes. Yeah, I just don't know how many keys are on this side. Three hours in, how is the seed? The seed is okay, as far as I know. I'm just a little confused. I'm missing I'm missing some clues. And so I'm a little confused because of those clues. You know, like for example, I don't know if I need 30 skulls or 50 skulls. 30 or 50 skulls. I don't know what that is. Okay. I know that Zora's domain is Way of the Hero, but I need King Zora. Yeah, so I need King Zora, but, my Way of the Hero location in GTG was a wallet, so there's also the possibility that I need... over here. There's also the possibility that I need 2 wallets. It could be something like... oh my god, ow. It could be something like I need 2 wallets and need in order to unfreeze King Zora, in order to get Longshot, in order to finish Longshot for Rutos. Maybe. Fire. So it's kind of like that going on. That could be the logic. Or maybe, you know, like Rutos is somewhere and I just haven't found it yet, and then I'm just supposed to do Ice Cavern. Oh god. Shit. I want Metagross, but he's not in the list. Metagross? I'm gonna find out. That's one of the ones I deleted, and I had a limited number of things, and I was like, I'll just get deleted some of the Pokemon that I know no one will choose, but of course, everyone has a favorite. It's probably my fault, sorry man. Are you really using up a key on this guy? We'll find out. Save now. Oh, I can't crouch stab? Wait. Look at me, cool, be cool. I've actually never done this before. That's pretty cool. I did that pretty well. So yeah, Quasical, for now, it's just confusing. It could be potentially bad. But for now, it's just confusing. Which is fine. Well, hopefully. For a heart piece. Is that worth losing a key? Uncertain. You know what? Nah, we'll reset. GTG seed, let's go! I know, right? Yes, GTG. I went to GTG was apparently Way of the Hero. Went all the way to GTG and I only found an adult wallet throughout all of it. I'm pretty sure I checked all of it at least. I'm still wondering if I did something wrong, if I missed something somewhere. I don't think so. I only found adult wallet, which at the time I thought was logical. I thought it was logical access in order to get Goron's tunic to do Fire Temple. But then I found a Goron's tunic locked by bombs, and that was not locked by adult wallet or anything because I had bombs on me. Which means it's required for something else, which is probably Zora's. But as I said, I also don't have the hint for Skulls 30 or Skulls 50, so there could be something on Skulls 50. Or maybe I did see Skulls 30, I don't know. I don't think I've seen 50 though. Hi Effie! How have you been, Effie? I used to take pain. Oh my goodness, it's Effie! I hope you're doing wonderfully. I love the enthusiasm. I like how Con's just been like heckin' vibing this entire time, just waiting to just like shower Effie in compliments. Good job. Doing the right job. do the rest in a second. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We love you, Effie. Okay, let me sit up straight a bit more. Oh damn. What am I doing? Illy Effie. Sprinkle positivity. Nice. Pretty sure you did nice. Sometimes I just think people do nice and then maybe they don't. I'll do a hydrate in a second. I went to the wrong window. Oh my god. Getting sweepy. Arigato. I have messed my arm up. What have you done? We'll get Bryn to poke it later. What? What have you done, Astanium? I like the idea of Bryn being like a doctor. And he's just like, poke poke. Yep, it fucked. And then you're just like, unamused expression. That's definitely how it works. But he's like a fully qualified doctor and he's like, yep, just pokes it twice. Yep, what? Not in the shoulder blade. The usual nonsense. Ah, yes. There. How bad? I'm just good, just melting away in the heat. I wish it was warm. Actually, today was really nice. Today was actually really decently nice. Can approve. Sorry, I'm thinking through checks. 35 over here. Nice. Start comparing sizes. 37. There you go. 37 inches. It's probably way too far. Yeah, I know that. Why did I grab that? Okay, why did I grab that? Sweet. All questions. It's Southeastern UK, so yeah, it's bad. But the work aircon is good. That's good to hear. It's the best thing about the best and worst thing about like summer is that you can be in a really nice cool office, but then you get to the point where you're freezing, so you like put on a jumper and then you go outside and then you just like wonder what you're even doing with your life. Cause you're like, it's fucking hot, what am I doing? Oh, it's 39 now. Oh, yo, Pog. I was gonna say it's roughly in the 90s. Oh, only like 98. Anna, please come pick up your weather. It's clearly lost. I just like the idea of like, hello, we've got a missing weather pattern over here. Australia, please come pick up your lost weather from the lost counter desk. Thank you. Something like that, along those lines. Alright, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? So many options. I'm kind of tempted. Oh, okay, I'm gonna clear Hyrule Field. And then we're going to go to Hyrule. We're gonna clear Hyrule Field, Lake Hylia, H's, Hannah. And then after that, We go to Spirit Temple. Actually, no, we're going to try and enter Water Temple. We'll do a little bit of Water Temple. Did you see the AGDQ run of this game? You mean the Tazbot? What do you mean the randomizer? Oh, I watched both. Unless you mean a different one. 20 would be perfect. I'll have that too, please. I want to be 20, please. Maybe even less. I want cold. Where am I going? Over here. I would... What would you do, Hannah? I would like 22 degrees weather. 23, but no humidity. That's the key part. Because apparently Melbourne is horribly humid and it's disgusting. Is that Rutos? Please be Rutos. Nope, that's not Rutos. That's like a green bottle or something. Fucking shit. Alright. And we move on in life. Sad bro times. Go away, Tektite. Yeah, the Tazbot. That was great beating up the running guy. It was. I was amazed. I was like, what? Had no idea anything like that even existed in this game. Because I know there is in, I don't know if you know this, but in Banjo-Kazooie, if you try and cheat the system and cheat the, like, you know, fundamentally, like, change the systems in the game, you get, like, an evil bottles. It's really creepy. There's, like, an evil- wait, wrong way. There's, like, an evil bottles. And he, like, I think what happens is he'll follow you around and continuously just take all your health over and over again. It's weird. Let's go over here first. Fun. Everyone in chat was questioning whether it was really a part of the game or not. Hell yeah. Why did I use a bomb? If I have to find out I was supposed to go to Shadow all this time, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, evil bottles, I remember that. Hell yeah. Oh my god, Mia is sleeping so cute next week. Pictures? I want you, in one word, to express your excitement right now. Your love and dedication for Cat-chan. Alright. Not second frogs. Frogu-san. Grab the butt. Grab the butt. Go on the butt. Yeah. Just line her up here, right here. I'm gonna go check the rumble pack. Melting both from cuteness and heat. I said one word, and the correct answer was just like screaming. But yes, my cat likes to play a lot and claws the shit out of me. Still play with him though. Yeah, I do that a lot with Rusty. Cool. Pay money to get money. Communism. I don't think that's communism, it's dumb. But yeah, no, Rusty can get really bitey and feisty. Not nowadays. He's been very mellowed out since the parents moved to Geelong. There's less yard for him to run around. And I still mucked up the jump. He used to have a really big yard where he could go around and like find things in the bushes and stuff like that. I think that's what kept him kind of like really young for a really long time. But now he's like, what, 12 or something? $12? No, 10. 11. 11? Yeah, now it's like, oh, the girls aren't around and the parents are pretty boring sometimes. They're busy working, so all that feistiness is fun, playfulness is gone. Are you crazy? Screaming in chat would wake her up, obviously. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've done like near to nothing with this hookshot so far. Hookshot's just added baggage. I think I'm close enough. Wait. Right now that it's hot, our cat hasn't even tried to go outside. As they shouldn't. It's cold, it's warmer inside, colder inside. Where is it? Asshole. Damn, he got shot out of the sky. Like a pinball. That doesn't make any sense, but shh. Oh look, long shot. Alright, well. Time to do water temple. Where is my routers? Where is my routers? Why can't I ever find it? Where is my routers? Where is my routers? I really don't know. I can bonk it, brother. How do I bonk it? I thought I bonked it. Or maybe I hit it. I can't hit it. I bonked it. Am I crazy? Don't drown, please. That'd be kind of lame. Yes. Let the purple outfit rain. Okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. I was gonna grab the school chiller. Doesn't matter now. Mix in Discord. Wait. Let me talk to this guy first. Nothing. Cats. Yes. Such a good kid. Yeah. Ah, yes. Good cat. I wish I was sleeping on my bed. Looks like a really comfy bed too. Wish my bed looked that comfy. Hell yeah. Such a good cat. Very long ears. Very long ears. So cute. Good cat. Thank you for cat photos. Thank you, I grew them myself. Sorry. It's the whole cat ears thing. Alright. Potato. What happens when you're a potato? It's weird how this music is like cool, but also like flashbacks. I keep thinking I'm gonna drown, and I keep forgetting I can't drown. Oh my god. Because I have a Zora tunic for once. Suckers. Dang, that cat is cute. It's so cute. So cute. Oh. Nice. The key. not my favorite thing to see, but here we are. Ooh, guys! Stray comes out tomorrow. You guys excited for Cat Game tomorrow? It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. I look forward to living the cat life together. I'm so happy with her. Hell yeah. Oh no, what? Oh no. As soon as I said I want cold, my whole power went out. Oh no. Oh no. That is bad. The entirety of the world was like, no. It's okay. It's okay, Effie. Go get some ice cubes from the fridge. If you have ice cubes. If you don't have ice cubes, literally just anything. Ow. We're gone, heathens. Ow. Fucking shit ass motherfucker. Why am I so bad at fighting these things? What the fucking shit? Holy macaroons. Alright. I might have some ice cubes. Ice cubes on the back of your neck. The like, so when it's really hot in summer, this is what I do. Okay, I wet my hands with cold water, and I put some on the back of my neck, on the like the middle underside of my back, my ankles for some weird reason. I don't know why I do my ankles. I like my ankles. And then maybe like just a bit on my arms. Oh, thank fuck. Let's get out of here. Actually, instead of swimming around. Ooh, sounds good. Thank you. I got you. Actually, it was really interesting. Shouldn't you check the checks though? No, it's water temple. Why would I do that? Real question. No, well, okay. Typically, with seeds like this, usually it's like a sign, early boss key usually is a sign of you're good to just go do the boss, usually. And then sometimes the seed is really mean. You know, like there could be something in deep fire. I hope not. Gonna go lurk for a bit because the power is still shaky. Lol. All good, Effie. Y'all are cute and awesome. You're cute and awesome. Take care. Yeah, what I was gonna go in to say, it's really weird that like I saw a comment on someone made a comment on Twitter that was basically like certified bloody hell. It was basically like certified Australian with help on with just like advice with keeping cold. It was really interesting because it was one of those things where it's like, I know for me there's certain things that are like just logical. You know, just putting like a wet rag to sleep with next to you, or like you know, making sure you keep all your windows and curtains closed to stop the heat from getting in. Oh wait, shit. Forgot. Ow, you asshole. What? How did I miss? No, you shit ass motherfucker. I'm not talking about this. I'm not as good as the gamers say to be. I feel cheated. Oh, I don't feel cheated. I did the door strat. I did the door strat. I'm so cool. I'm so gamer. Fucking hot. I don't want a man that can't finish an Ocarina of Time rando, okay? I mean, what? Tried the wet rag. I hate feeling wet. And trying to sleep. It's so good. It's like really hot. It's fucking... I don't usually have a wet rag when I go to sleep. As I said, like, so what I do... Again, I usually have a fan on, but what I do is, you know, cold water, neck, ankles, underneath the boobage and the back, a little bit on my arms, and then I have the fan on, okay? Oh, scale. Wowee. And then, what was I saying? Alright, we're going spirit next. Easy. GG, thanks. Alright, let's go to Nocturne first before I go spirit. Just to check what the song is. Because if it's Song of Storms, I'm gonna go bottom of the well first. The bomb juice? Ah, yes, bomb juice. The most beautifulest of all. Should I do adult fishing? Yeah, let's go do adult fishing. You know what? No, I don't want to do adult fishing. We're cooler than adult fishing. Finds out something's in adult fishing. Wait for it. Anyway. What was I saying? What was I saying? Wait. Yes, I'm playing. Yes, but yes, I am playing Stray tomorrow when it comes out. As long as it comes out in accordance with the date that I have, because Australian American times are fucked. Anyway, not the point. Yes. Hopefully the game will unlock. I will download it in the morning and I'll play it tomorrow night. And for however long it takes for me to do it. It is indeed Song of Storms. Alright, we're going Shadow. Saying you wet yourself in spots and have a fan. I'm sorry. Oh, right, yeah, okay, so yeah, so the fan, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, because I put it on, like, the sweat glands on my body, or whatever the fuck, it means, like, and because I have the water on me and then the cold air, it, like, helps keep those parts cooler, and therefore I don't have to worry about the rest of my body being hot. It's just convincing my body that I'm cold, and usually that lasts just long enough for me to fall asleep, so techniques. Cheeky LeBon. I see you. Really wish I had Prelude. Alright, we're gonna check bottom of the well. And then maybe end... Actually, no, we'll probably check bottom of the well, and then I'll look at spoiler log. I'm like thinking about doing the seed, right? In some ways I'm like, maybe I should have read the seed a little bit more intuitively. Like I could have done a bit better. But on the other hand, like if I had, you know, gone to adult earlier, I maybe wouldn't have found certain things, I feel like. If I hadn't gone ahead and just been like, oh, I'll do this check, you know, like, I wouldn't have found, like, my first hookshot, or I wouldn't have found, like, a few smaller things. Well, quote-unquote smaller. I knew you'd get it. I didn't mean it to sound that way, but I realized it once I spelled it all out. It's okay, man. Oh, goddamn. Tiny baby child. Alright, what are we talking about? Yes. Yeah, but the video, oh sorry, the video, like the comment that I saw was like really interesting because again, like common knowledge related to trying to keep cold is you should just not really a problem. Like, it's one of those things where it's like the UK and most of Europe shouldn't be having 40-degree weather. It's just a matter of fact. And here we are. Still having climate deniers. Just saying. Oh, my knee. Fuck. I definitely feel like the game was actually trying to drive you to do Dodongo's water and fire as quick as possible. And if I'd gone to Lake Hylia sooner as adults, because I think I was like wandering around doing some extra checks, because I was like, I'll find something important here, and then didn't. Well, not quite. But it's still one of those things where it's like, even if I get through all of Spirit, and why did I walk this way? Even if I get through all of Spirit, and even if I get through all of Bottom of the Well, where is my Ruto's letter? I'm still missing my Ruto's letter, so... We're in the end game, and I mean the world. I'd rather not think of it that way, please. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, I just, you know, Mia turned around, turned around, and looks even cuter. Nice. That's how you know it's true love. Alright. Actually, he healed me. Appreciate it. I'm so tired. Alright, we're gonna full clear Bottom of the Well because we like Bottom of the Well. Otherwise we finish. And then once we find out nothing's here, we look at spoiler log. Getting really sweepy. It's okay, just a little longer. I think I'm getting slightly car sick. I need to lie down. Oh look, hovers. That seems important. Maybe. Fuck off, stupid hand. Scarewiness. Can't stop now, you're almost done. I'm not almost done. I still have 2 more places to go and I don't have Rutos, okay? You need to understand the hunt for Rutos by itself could be fucking ages. I mean, admittedly I have Spirit or a half done. God, there's so many like rupees that have just gone to waste this run. Come across 101, don't even gain a thing. Nice. always kind of like have to look at where I'm going in that room before I'm... Can I like... Okay. The answer is no. I'm gonna find out Ruto's letter was on 50 skulls all along, and then I'm just gonna have a little cry, and I'm gonna be like, shit. I always like the fact that they put flowers here to be like, what happens? Like, what would happen if you, like, came here and you didn't have bombs on you? They're like, we'll put these here just in case. I need health. I didn't realize how low on health it was. That's okay. Bye-bye. Basically soft-locked. Eating? Okay. Oh right, there's another staircase here, sorry. Soft-locked by my own tightness. Wah, 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 wah. Oh shit. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like the game was pushing for me to go all this way, probably for hovers, which might have been. I mean, Jabu, I mean, like, it's also one of those things where it's like, Shadow could have Brutos. I don't know. I don't have that sort of information. I wish I did. Okay. We're vibing. Vibing is what we do. Vibing is on our new. Vibing, what's it? So. What's that? A key? Yeah, it's a key. 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 I've been working on trying to finish a bunch of animes at the moment. Did I miss a chest somewhere? Oh no, I know which one that is. Yeah, I've been working on trying to finish a bunch of animes at the moment, and I only have... I say I only have 2 more to go. It's not technically 2 more to go, but it kind of is. More money. It's 2 more of the current ones that I was watching that I was really enjoying. So I watched like half of them and was like, man, I'm having so much fun, and then I was like, okay. No one talk about it. Nice. Oh, thanks for the heart, bro. Were you watching? I was watching, My Next Life as a Villainess. All flags lead to doom. Just watching that one. It's cute. I love it. Please don't bite me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. Missed it. It's as I say 3. I need to like make sure I click on. One, 2, 3. Missed. Me? Just watching some random streamer. Same, bruv. I know, right? Why did I do that? What? Missed. It's the numb monster. I love him. What? This guy. Nah. For a second I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, I'm not a numb monster. Holy macaroons. Oh, I have a really sore head now. It's time. Level 45. Nothing. It looks like I came here only for hovers. That I probably don't even need, maybe? I'm missing quite a few checks. Oh yeah, more money. Okay. We're out of here. I'm gonna just... Nah, you are non-monster too. Thanks, Con. I've never quote-unquote nommed on anyone, but... I mean, I bit my sister, not in a good way though. I think siblings always want to bite each other though. Like when they're young, it happens. Alright. Oh, my head really hurts. Let's look at the JSON file. There'll still be time, hun. Hell yeah. I'm actually looking forward to the Trigon remake or whatever it's gonna be. I think I heard about that. I think I saw or heard something. Alright. Yes, I know. It's okay. Alright. What happened? What the hell happened? Oh god. It did want me to go Shadow. Oh god. Okay. Okay, so Megaton Hammer in Kokiri Forest, Progressive Hookshot in Lost Woods, then Zelda's Lullaby from Saria, Progressive Hookshot from Lake Hylia, Freestanding Piece of Heart, DMT Magic, Requiem of Spirit in Crater, yeah, I had a feeling, Iron Boots in Deku Theater, which we got, Nocturne of Shadow from Forest, yeah, Light Arrows, Dins, and Mirror Shield, all from Dodongos. Oh, and Boomerang, right. I was fucking chocked. And then Progressive Wallet, Shadow Temple Map Chest, which is not too far in, but still. The fact that I had to go into Shadow Temple at all. But damn, Shadow Temple finds a way. In order to get the other wallet, in order to Thor King Zora for Ruto's letter. Paradox letter. How did I get true, dude? That's twice in the last two seeds. Stone Shadow finds a way, and I keep getting Paradox letter. Wasn't the last one also Paradox letter? True Paradox letter. I don't even know. Technically, last time it was just locked. True. True. A true Paradox letter. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? Like, I had a feeling, but I had no idea where to find that other wallet. Like, it felt like the game was basically screaming at me to go Shadow. But like, it's still one of those things where it's like, I feel like I still would have last checked Shadow, you know? I still would have been like, I'm missing a check here or there, or I'm checking this, I'm gonna check this. Like, there's a few like spots that I had that I was like, oh, I'll go check that instead. Zora's River was, so barren locations, Gerudo's Valley, Fortress, OGC, Market, Zora's River, Zora's Fountain, Fire Temple, and Ice Cavern. Holy fucking shit. Why didn't I get, you know, Shadow's Way of the Hero? Why do I get Kokiri Forest as a Way of the Hero check when it was a Sphere 1, but I don't get one for Shadow Temple? I just don't understand this game sometimes. Unless there was one. DMT Way of the Hero. Kokiri Forest Way of the Hero. Foolish. Kokiri Forest Way of the Hero. There's Fountain, Foolish, DMC, Way of the Hero. God damn, I hate this game. DMC. Nothing. What was my, how many spheres? It wasn't really that many spheres. Honestly, it was a pretty good seed. It just fucking shit. Early Shadow 2. No, wait. It's Compass early, not map. Maybe? It was map. Hey, at least you haven't had a 1000. I wonder what was on that. Oh, can you imagine? I'm like, can't do it, sorry, leaves. Turns out to have something important on there. I need to learn how to do it. What am I looking for? HB. Hey. Should we need GTG? GTG. Can't even see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Recovery, heart. Okay. Fair. GF. Yeah. Sorry, man. Oh, look at the attention. The shift sometimes. That says errors 10. Recovery heart. Was there anything else? Fucking shadow. I know, right? Like, the game, like, by the time I got to bottom of the well, like, it was like, here's hovers, and I'm like, alright then. Alright, bitch. I see you. I still feel like I would have last locationed it, but still. I also had spirit that whole time and I did not mark it off. Why is it's always Jabu for me? I don't know what the fuck it is. Jabu doesn't like me, okay? Because it's always like, where's Rudo's letter? Where's the boomerang? It's always fucking Rudo's letter that cucks me. I swear, if I went back to each of the seeds I've done, how many times I haven't been able to find Ruto's letter is just fucking stupid. Where was Hovers? In bottom of the well. Which was Song of Storms, which was locked from doing fire, water, and Dodongo's Cavern. So I had Dodongo's Cavern. I finished fire. And then water, I was like, how am I gonna do water? Finally goes to like Hylia, found the long shot, so I was like, let's do water. And then, yeah, so from there, I had to go to Ravaged Village, got the song, went child, got hovers, and then after getting hovers, I should have checked shadow, and that would have given my other song, which make sure I do spirit, the rest of Spirit Temple somewhere in there. Yeah. Who cares if Jabu doesn't like you? We like you. Thanks, man. I like Jabu. I like Jabu. Is there another check I was thinking of? Pardon. Where was Bigarons, actually? Just for fun. Shadow, hovers, boots, chest. So I would have found Bigarons after all that as well. Oh, goddamn. But look at this, right? GTG. Arrows. Bombs. Small key, Deku stick, 50 rupees. Small key, Deku stick capacity. Small key, small key, small key, small key. Piece of heart, small key, arrows, small key. Kikiri sword, I forgot it gave me Kikiri sword. Didn't really matter by that point though. Rupees, piece of heart, rupees, progressive wallet. I found all this other stupid shit before I got progressive wallet, which was painful, which was annoying enough. Wasn't that bad, but still. The fact that it was the second last check in the entirety of GTG. Sad bird noises. Your light trial had a nut capacity. Nice. What? Honestly, really simple logic. If I'd kind of like stuck with kind of like thinking, let's do fire, let's do this, let's do that. Like if I'd kind of like, you know, like as soon as I got bombs, was like, go do Dodongos, go do Fire Temple. If I'd done that a little bit more instantly. Oh no, wait, no, I had to wait until I got the wallet, because I waited till I got the wallet, yeah. Well, I couldn't have avoided that, because I waited till I got a wallet in GTG before I had the stuff to do. What's its names? That's alright. We had Prelude, actually. I'm guessing it was Ice Cavern. Yeah. Goddamn. Alright, bedtime. Bedtime, bedtime. I'm really tired. Alright, good. I never put a hat on for Kaizen. Sorry, Kaizen. I owe you a hat time. I'll do a hat time tomorrow. Or you can redeem him his points. I completely forgot. Thank you for stream. Thanks, man. Veg. Well, good night then. Thanks for being around, guys. Join Mio with some good sleep. I will. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow. And I will see you all tomorrow for Stray, which should be coming out in... Actually, let's check. We're gonna check because we're excited. It says July 20th, which should be tomorrow in 3 minutes. I never know when. Wait. There's like a little promo for it going on. It's a very small promo, but you basically get 10% off if you buy it now. Commit it later. Unlocks in approximately 3 hours. So I will download that tomorrow and we'll have fun cat adventures. Okay? Be great. The stream. Thanks for being here, guys. Take care. Sleep well. See y'all tomorrow for cat adventures. Okay? Bye-bye. Cat 2, cat 2.